BTPM's Friday Night Lights, in partnership with Section 6, is presented by Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated. Mr. Goodbar, your headquarters for watching away games on Elmwood Avenue. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Brighton Liquor and Wine, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda. And by SEI. More information at seic.com.
Seven weeks has gone by in a snap already. The final week of the regular season of the 2025 high school football year in Western New York. Jack Kreuzer, Jim Monis. This has been such a great high school football season. Can you believe we're already in the final week?
So one of the most surprising things to me is how quick the season goes in high school football. I'm used to the 17-game NFL season or the obscene 14-game college season with a month-long bowl game. I like the efficiency. Let's get in, get out, let's get to the playoffs, and let's get a championship.
This is Friday Night Lights on BTPM, presented by Villa Maria College. Glad to have you with us for Week 8 of the Section 6 season. This is the final week before playoffs begin next week. You're right, it is nice having a shorter regular season. Most teams have played everyone in their division across the section. We know the good, we know the not so good, and we really want to find out who's going to take home a blue patch as sectional champions in less than 4 weeks.
And that's what all the quarterbacks, the health plays a key right now. Everybody's trying to make sure, are we ready to make our run? And health is always key.
Tonight we've got a great rivalry game as Week 8 has become rivalry week across Western New York and many places across the country. Tonight we've got one of the best rivalries in Western New York. It's West Seneca East and West Seneca West. Both teams having a stellar year in comparison to most recent seasons. This is the best the two teams have been congruently since 2018. Both teams are 6-1. Both teams have clinched the second seed within their own class standings. This should be a great night with not much playoff implications on the line at all, but still that rivalry flair.
So when I hear there's a game may not have big-time implications on the playoff seedings or whatever they want to say, a pointless game, that does not exist in football. First of all, it's too violent of a sport to play for fun. So if you put your pads on, you're going out there to win. Secondly, rivalry, throw it all out. These guys are going to play hard. They want to get this win. They're not going to worry about the seedings. This game is for lifelong talk.
For West Seneca East, they haven't beat West since 2018 in the sectional championship game at Highmark Stadium. This would be a big deal for West Seneca East to get a win tonight, even though it doesn't matter for their playoff seedings.
So anytime you have a chance to put your dominance on a team or have bragging rights, that's big. And you're going to come around with your chest pumped up all year if you win this game.
Jim, you've seen a lot of high school football this season. What have been your takeaways so far?
It's really the different styles of high school quarterbacks I wasn't sure I was going to see, whether it was a running quarterback, a passing quarterback. Every style was adapted to their offense, and really impressive the numbers that were put up by, especially the Kleitzes, the Capins. I mean, they put up some big numbers. It was fun to be a part of that.
Yeah, it's been interesting even from my seat, seeing you, hearing you dissect this level of football, being around the pros and the collegiate level for so long. What jumped out to you in the first couple weeks that may have startled you seeing the high school level?
The first thing I realized I was being a little hard on the kicking game. The kicking game is a little bit less in high school because of the fact you don't have time to develop. All that plays a factor. You don't have time to develop special teams, putting in game plans for kicking. Kicking the ball out of bounds isn't as easy as I may say on TV sometimes. So that was one I had to back off a little bit and realize, hey, they're doing their best in the kicking game. That takes time. And then the other thing I just loved was the coaches this year, meeting them, seeing their love for the game, the passion they have for the players. That's what you want. You care about the players. That makes you a great coach.
It's been fun getting to see so many different teams, go to practices and meet some of the kids. And I have to say, hand over fist, this has been a terrific year in terms of the connections that we've been able to build with the players, with the coaches. And it's been a lot of fun, and certainly the playoffs will continue to be that over the next 3 weeks. After tonight, we've got quarterfinal, semifinal, and then the Class AA championship at Highmark Stadium. So stick with us for the next 3 weeks after tonight for Friday Night Lights on BTPM. p.m. Let's get to West Seneca West and their team this season. They're 6-1 on the year. They started 4-0. As we look at their schedule on BTPM Create and BTPM's YouTube channel, their only loss is Week 5 to Williamsville North on the road, 30-18. Their offense has been averaging over 30 points a game. They're extremely balanced, Jim. When you watch film on West Seneca West, what jumps out?
That's a great word, is balance, because they can take shots down the field, but the running game's there. And anytime you have that, that keeps the other team guessing. That's tough.
And a freshman quarterback, nonetheless, Mason Anderson has impressed a lot in his first year.
I don't care what age you are. Anytime you hear a freshman or a sophomore, whether it's college or high school, you want to watch that player to see, is he going to be the next one? And Anderson's done a good job this year. 9 touchdowns, 8 picks. I throw out picks for a young quarterback. Hey, that's part of the job. Get better at it, learn from it. Anderson's done that.
Top 5 in Section 6 is Mason Anderson in passing yards this season. For this being the baseline, how good do you think Anderson can get over the next 4 years?
That's hard to say, because your talent around you helps you as a quarterback, and then who you play helps you. So I don't know enough who they're going to have in the next coming years. But as far as his progress goes, he just have to build on this. His leadership, he'll grow and grow. It's going to be his team for the next 3 years.
Anderson is our first spotlight player. A player who will be with him out wide for the next at least 2 years is a sophomore wide receiver and safety, Alex Quarantello, who's not only terrific offensively, but he's also setting records defensively. He's got the West Seneca West record this year already with 8 interceptions on defense. That leads Section 6 as well.
That is a trait that I always say is not luck. When you have 8 picks, you have a skill. You're reading things. You're a ball hawk. You're a thief, whatever word you want to use. You have an instinct that is rare. That's a big number to have. 8 picks is big. So that is a dangerous weapon to have. I can't wait to watch him live.
Our last spotlight player for West Seneca West tonight is Gerard Freeman, the running back who's a 3-year varsity starter. He's a senior. He follows in the footsteps of his older brother, who was the running back before him. They split the backfield a few years ago. Freeman has high expectations for this year's team, and with this being a rivalry game, he's never lost to East. He doesn't want to lose tonight.
No way. And Freeman is just like a lot of backs we talk about, where he's steady Eddie, going to get you the yards. He's tough. He's going to get in the end zone. Love backs like that you can count on.
Before we get to West Seneca East, let's take a look at the standings around Section 6 entering the final week of the regular season. So many playoff spots and seedings to be determined tonight and tomorrow. In AA, the top seed is still not settled. Orchard Park is at Bennett tonight, playing for the bye. The loser of that game likely to get the 2 seed. If Orchard Park loses, it sets up a potential 3-way tie for second place with Lancaster and Jamestown. The most likely scenario, if Jamestown beats Lockport tonight and Bennett beats Orchard Park, is Bennett 1, OP 2, Jamestown 3, and Lancaster drops down to the 4, with Niagara Falls sliding in at the 5 spot if they take care of business against Hutch Tech. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, Jim. Last week we were talking about Lancaster maybe getting the bye if they beat Bennett a week ago. Now they've got a non-league game, and they might drop down to 4.
But bottom line is they're still postseason, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I care about, and I'm sure they do too. Seedings get thrown out once you make the postseason, in my opinion.
I like it. Well, everyone in AA makes the postseason, but in A, it's not so simple. The top 4 teams from both the A1 and A2 divisions are in the postseason. All 8 teams are set. Positioning, though, is still to be determined this weekend. In A1, West Seneca West is locked in at the number 2 spot with their loss to Williamsville North. And with the tiebreakers, even if Clarence is to beat Will North tonight, West is locked in at number 2. The winner tonight between Clarence and Will North, based on the amount of points that are scored and all the math behind it, most likely the winner of that game gets the number 1 seed, Will North, the 3 seed, or Clarence, depending on who comes away there. In Class A2, it's Health Sciences, Buffalo Academy of Science Charter, and Global, that combined team that holds their own destiny. If they pick up a win tonight, they will be the top seed in Class A2, still undefeated in Section 6. Moving to Class B, 7 of the 8 playoff spots are set, with 1 open seed still available in Class B1. West Seneca East is locked there at the 2nd seed, similar to their counterpart tonight. The Trojans lost to Williamsville South last week. Therefore, they can't get that number 1 spot anymore. Will South has clinched it. In B2, we saw Iroquois beat Olean last week. That clinched the top seed in B2 for them. But Olean hosts Lackawanna tonight for that 2nd seed. The winner gets it. Depew could then fall down to the 4 seed and have to go to Williamsville South next week if Olean can beat Lackawanna tonight. In Class C, 6 of the 8 playoff teams have been determined. 1 open spot is available in each division. In C North, Barker Royhart has clinched the top seed. Akron and Eden are in, but seeding is still to be determined, with Western New York Maritime battling with Medina for that final playoff spot in C North. On the flip side, in C South, Southwestern Frewsburg still undefeated. They hold the top spot no matter what. Chautauqua Lake, Westfield, Brockton, and Salamanca are also in, but they could drop down lower than 3 and 4 with some more battles and a lot of tiebreakers that might come into play with CSP.
Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
She said this, well, he said that. The truth will come out.
Wondering what the buzz is? What's the hot goss? Whatever it is, we're talking about it on Group Chat, your weekly connection to the unpredictable, weird, and wonderful world of pop culture, from film, theater to food, blockbusters, and beyond. Every week with Tiffany Bentley and her revolving panel of pop culture enthusiasts. Listen to Group Chat on Fridays at 10 a.m. and Saturdays at noon on BTPM NPR.
I'm very excited.
BTPM NPR's Disabilities Beat promotes awareness and inclusivity, amplifies underrepresented voices, and holds corporations and governments accountable.
What assurance can you offer consumers that these problems won't repeat in New York, and what accountability measures do you have in place?
Hear reports from the Disabilities Beat, hosted by Emily Watkins, every Wednesday on BTPM NPR during Morning Edition and All Things Considered. The BTPM Disabilities Beat is funded in part by the Peter and Elizabeth Tower Foundation.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
At PBS, we know that helping students learn is a teacher's top priority. That's why we offer our free, easy-to-use digital platform, PBS Learning Media. With thousands of standards-aligned resources in every subject, plus videos and interactive activities from the trusted programs you know and love. Wildcrats, Nova, Ken Burns, and much more. Find the content you need to enhance lessons and help spark your students' sense of curiosity at PBS Learning Media. Visit pbslearningmedia.org to learn more.
She said this, well, he said that. The truth will come out.
Wondering what the buzz is? What's the hot goss? Whatever it is, we're talking about it on Group Chat, your weekly connection to the unpredictable, weird, and wonderful world of pop culture, from film, theater to food, blockbusters, and beyond. Every week with Tiffany Bentley and her revolving panel of pop culture enthusiasts. Listen to Group Chat on Fridays at 10 a.m. and Saturdays at noon on BTPM NPR.
I'm very excited.
BTPM NPR's Disabilities Beat promotes awareness and inclusivity, amplifies underrepresented voices, and holds corporations and governments accountable.
What assurance can you offer consumers that these problems won't repeat in New York, and what accountability measures do you have in place?
Hear reports from the Disabilities Beat, hosted by Emily Watkins, every Wednesday on BTPM NPR during Morning Edition and All Things Considered. The BTPM Disabilities Beat is funded in part by the Peter and Elizabeth Tower Foundation.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from Mr. Goodbar, your Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Goodbar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
At PBS, we know that helping students learn is a teacher's top priority. That's why we offer our free, easy-to-use digital platform, PBS Learning Media. With thousands of standards-aligned resources in every subject, plus videos and interactive activities from the trusted programs you know and love. Wildcrats, Nova, Ken Burns, and much more. Find the content you need to enhance lessons and help spark your students' sense of curiosity at PBS Learning Media. Visit pbslearningmedia.org to learn more.
She said this, well, he said that. The truth will come out.
Wondering what the buzz is? What's the hot goss? Whatever it is, we're talking about it on Group Chat, your weekly connection to the unpredictable, weird, and wonderful world of pop culture, from film, theater to food, blockbusters, and beyond. Every week with Tiffany Bentley and her revolving panel of pop culture enthusiasts. Listen to Group Chat on Fridays at 10 a.m. and Saturdays at noon on BTPM NPR.
I'm very excited.
Hey, football fans. Check out the USA Wheelchair Football League Tournament, presented by Buffalo Toronto Public Media. Cheer on our very own Buffalo Bills as they face off with the Patriots, the Cowboys, the Raiders, and the Browns.
It's picked off!
Head to the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel to stream it now.
Catch up on the latest from Buffalo Toronto Public Media on our YouTube channel. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update.
A well-crafted will or estate plan speaks volumes about your hopes and dreams for the future. It also ensures that what you've worked a lifetime for is distributed according to your wishes. As Buffalo Toronto Public Media looks to our future, we would be honored to share your legacy and ensure that quality public broadcasting is here for future generations. Please contact me, Lisa Latrovato, at 716.
Season West at East for the final week of the year. Jack Kreuzer and Jim Monis with you for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College. Jim, both teams 6-1 coming into this game. Non-league battle, but a lot on the line.
Rivalry. Nothing needs to be said. Right down the street, and we learned it in warm-ups.
West Seneca East won the coin toss. They defer and get the ball to start the second half. So it'll be West kicking off with their senior kicker, Jacob Endich, who will boot it away right to left across your radio dial. Endich tees it up at his own 40-yard line for the Warhawks of West Seneca West in Class A1 this season. They are the second seed in their bracket. East, equal record at 6-1 overall. This should be a good one. The visitors from across town, West, with a high kick from Endich, fielded at the 30-yard line across the field from West Seneca East. Returned for 10 yards by Frank Pacitti, and that's where the Trojan offense will take the field. West Seneca East led by their third-year varsity quarterback, DJ Benker. This offense, though, Jim, not your typical spread that we've seen throughout the course of the season.
No, different flair tonight for us, and I like it. And the quarterback does a little bit of everything, and he's very efficient, Benker, in everything he does, running, passing, maybe not necessarily the big play guys down the field, but he's gonna eat you up, nickel and dime you right down the field.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line on the far hash for the Trojans in their home green uniforms, black bottoms beneath the gold helmet, the green E on either side. Benker crouches down in shotgun with Josh Urban on his left hip. The junior gets the start at running back. Benker takes the shotgun snap, slings it over the middle. It's caught across the field, goes Joey Molnar to midfield. Down for a gain of 11 and a first down for West Seneca East's offense that features some younger players at pretty much every position, including one of our spotlight players tonight, a running back, Eric Johnson. 5'9" freshman has been used tremendously so far this year for the Trojans.
Freshmen on both sides of the ball tonight can be playmakers. Johnson showed his quickness, his speed, agility. Really fun player to actually watch in warm-ups to get a good feel for him.
1st and 10 at the West 49. East moving left to right across your radio dial. It's a keeper for Benker. Hit at the line of scrimmage by Dominic Ruggiero. A gain of just a couple across midfield. This West Seneca West defense, similar story. It's the underclassmen who have stolen the spotlight, including the free safety Alex Quarantello, already a school record 8 interceptions this season.
With 4 in one game of those interceptions. Interceptions are very much like sacks. They can come in bunches. That's a high number of interceptions. I don't care what level you're at.
Second down, 8 to go at the 47. Banker, shotgun snap, roll to his left. His throw is incomplete. Off the turf in front of Eric Johnson, who is flared out to the flat on the left side. Facing 3rd and 8 are the Trojans of West Seneca East.
And that's a drop, and that's an easy completion. Should have been a nice gainer for them on second down. Johnson's capable of that. I think he was just a little lazy with his eyes on that. Maybe running with the ball before he had it.
The Trojans having one of their best years in just about a decade. Looking to snap the streak of 7 straight losses to West Seneca West. 3rd down and 8 at the West 47. Banker in the gun, Urban the running back. Johnson sent in motion behind the quarterback, faking the give to him. Banker stands in the pocket, fades away, throws it near sideline, incomplete, and out of bounds. 4th down coming up for East.
They were trying to go down the field. Good job defense. Nothing open. Little pressure there forced him to get rid of the ball quicker than he wanted to. But good job defensively. Good discipline.
The running back on BTPM. Johnson sent in motion behind the quarterback, faking the give to him. Banker stands in the pocket, fades away, throws it near sideline, incomplete, from the and out of bounds defense.
And Conter Haytich had the pressure that we were talking about on Banker, forced him to get rid of that.
Punt play for West Seneca East, booted away by Urban. Takes a good bounce inside the 20-yard line, down there by the Trojans. Already, defense steps up on the first drive of the game. West Seneca West to take over at their own 19-yard line. We're coming to you live from the Villa Maria College broadcast booth. Villa Maria College, New York's home for cutting-edge majors and unmatched support. West Seneca West led by the freshman Mason Anderson, 6 foot, 175 pounds. He has 20 total touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, and to see all these underclassmen to be our kind of the guys we're talking about the most to start this game is going to tell you where this is going to be. This is going to be a fun one.
Anderson in the gun from his own 19-yard line for West Seneca West, working right to left. It's a handoff right side, smothered in the backfield. Kyler Montero broke free to snag up Gerard Freeman for a loss of 3.
That's called no leaky yardage for a linebacker, putting on the hit and the play is over. That was aggressive. I like that. That reminded me of Brandon Spikes, inside linebacker, Florida, played for the Bills. Second-round pick, just physical downhill, stops the runner right on contact.
The junior Montero leads West Seneca East in tackles this season. He's got 49. 2nd down and 12 after the loss of 2 for West Seneca West in the spread offense. Anderson stands in the gun, claps his hands, takes the snap, looks to the left, throws over the middle, tipped again, and picked off. West Seneca East picks it off at their own 40-yard line. It hit off the hands of the receiver and tipped into the arms of Sincere Tucker, the freshman's first career varsity interception.
Sincere, a freshman coming in. How many freshmen, sophomores do we have tonight? Sincere Tucker. Great job concentrating on the ball.
His hands, takes the snap, looks to the left, throws over the middle, tipped again and picked off. West Seneca East picks it off at their own 40-yard line. Banker tipped it again, and Tucker in the perfect spot for his first career pick. What a moment for East. 1st and 10 inside West territory at the 44. Handoff left side. Urban gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage. A neat tackle from the middle linebacker, John Urbanski.
And on that interception, Mason Anderson had to put a little touch and accuracy on that. Was a little bit high with the throw. The pressure got to him a little bit. He forced it. It would have been a really perfect throw to have to make. And that's what happens. Ball gets tipped up. Great job by everybody swarming to the ball, finding a way to get and capture that.
9:16 to go in the opening quarter. No score. Brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue. Second down, 9 to go at the 43-yard line of West. East, their quarterback, Banker, pitches it near side. Johnson, stiff arms one, gets chased from behind and tackled by Nick Lazarus. A gain of a couple to set up third down and long for East.
Lazarus did a nice job there of almost missing a tackle, but staying with it, hustling, and trying to force a fumble and finishing the block. Finishing the tackle. I like that effort by Lazarus.
Your objectives for West Seneca East tonight: number 1, everyone's invited. Number 2, capitalize on turnovers. And number 3, to keep your cool. Number 2, already a factor early on.
So this is it. Get the ball in the end zone. We know no field goals allowed.
Third down and 8 for West Seneca East. Turned over on downs their first drive. And the hard count with the motion of Urban may have just earned West Seneca East a free 5 yards with a penalty flag. Tonight's officiating crew led by the referee, Corey Brockman. He will relay the call as James Foster marches off the yardage. Offsides against West Seneca West. Third down, much more manageable for West Seneca East. 3rd and 3.
2 downs for sure. 2 down territory. No, you got to capitalize on this turnover. This is very manageable for their style of offense.
West Seneca East mostly ground and pound this season. 3rd and 3 at the 37. Handoff Urban, left side, met in the hole and goes no further. A gain of maybe 1. Urbanski there as well for West Seneca West. 4th and 2.
That was a straight power, direct snap. Good job by West, holding up a front like you mentioned, Jack. They are strong, big, physical. They just proved right there they won the line of scrimmage on that battle. But like we thought, here we go. They're going for it. No hesitation.
22nd year head coach Jim Marino hasn't beat West Seneca West since 2018. An early score would help their efforts. 4th and 2 at the 36. Banker in the gun. Snap to the up man. It's Molnar, left side, gets near the yard to gain. It'll come down to the spot right near the 34-yard line. The Warhawks think they've got the stop, but the signal from Corey Brockman is first down. Joey Molnar picks it up on the ground.
Just a quick direct snap to Molnar. I think they're thinking it would be a little bit easier, quick hitter. Good job by West to make him earn it. And like we know, there's no challenges, no yellow line, and their call is official. And keep it moving. Love it. No replays. Let's go.
First down and 10 for West Seneca East at the 34. Under 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Banker rolls to his right, tucks it under his right arm, gets hit at the sideline. Gerard Freeman held up, and wisely so, but Banker ran right into a brick wall after a gain of 5.
Couple things I like there. Banker does a good job rolling out and tucking the ball. When he knew he was going to run, he tucked it. And why that's important, you never know when you're going to take a shot like he did on. And I don't think Freeman was intentional on that hit. It almost appeared late hit. We're going to see the replay. But I think Freeman's just a big physical guy trying to make a tackle. The play was close. He wasn't sure, but he looked like he – oh, you know what? He didn't know where he was. And he was certainly good no call. He was trying to make the play and actually – held up instead of finishing the tackle. I like that play by Freeman and Banker.
5 yards on the ground for Banker. Now 2nd and 5. He's chased, throws it over the middle of the field, incomplete. Just wanted to get rid of that football. Being chased by Micah Anderson, the defensive end for West Seneca West. Micah trying to help his younger brother Mason after the interception a drive ago, thrown by the freshman quarterback for West. Now the senior quarterback for East, Steve J. Banker, looks to take advantage for the Trojans, who come off their first loss of the season 1 week ago. And this was a reason why. Another flag and a penalty. This intentional grounding against West Seneca East. Perhaps no receiver in the area.
Yeah, I think it's accurate.
Certainly seemed that way.
Yes.
Ball landed in no man's land on the near side.
It goes to quarterback pressure. That's what pressures do. Speeds everything up, forces you into an unnecessary penalty.
Even though he didn't break three, Pat Allen, the defensive tackle in the middle of the West Seneca West D-line, he draws three offensive linemen to him every play. At 6'3", 290, the 4-year varsity starter is certainly a concern for the East offense.
Oh, no, he was racing for that pressure. They were both there. You're correct.
3rd and 14 now for West Seneca East, working backward. At the West 38. Herky-jerky is the tempo in the first quarter. Banker in the gun, crouches and gets the snap. Rolls to his right. Allen's giving pressure. He's chased on the sideline by Anderson. Micah Anderson just nicked the leg of Banker. A run for maybe a yard, perhaps a loss of one. 4th down and long for East at the 39 for the Trojans.
But that pressure again by Anderson saves. I'm telling you, there was a wide open player down the field. Looked like Molnar broke free on the scramble. And when Banker was ready to deliver, he just wasn't able to because of the pressure once again.
And now the punt team comes on for East.
And there it is. Great job by West, forcing no points after a turnover, no harm done. Freshman quarterback, now you get your confidence back. Let's go play football.
So already on that drive, 2 of your objectives failed. Number 2, capitalize on turnovers. They didn't. And number 3, keep your cool. You took a penalty.
And we talked about the penalties all week. You said it's something they've emphasized.
4th down and 15 from the 39. Punted by East to the near side. And a late hit well after the play. And Kyler Montero has some extra words for Lazarus. Both teams expected animosity tonight. Crosstown rivalry. Even more amped up when both teams are pretty darn good this season, both at 6-1. Corey Brockman lets us know the dead ball personal foul against West Seneca West.
Yeah, one of the best pregame warm-ups I've been able to see is a team that can warm up at their school, take the bus, get off the bus, and let's play. Warming up at your own school, which West does because they're so close to East. Really like that, to be honest. I think it's a good way just to stay focused, show up, play the game. You don't get caught up in some other things, but you can see how well these two teams do know each other.
Just 2 miles down the road, West Seneca West in their traveling white uniforms, blue pants. Both teams, the yellow helmets. But for West, they came off the bus in full uniform, right onto the field, ready for the national anthem and kickoff. No score, 5:12 to go in the opening quarter. West takes over, 1st and 10 at their own 8. Nothing fancy. It's a give on 1st down. Gerard Freeman skirts past 3 defenders, finally gets hit at the 20. It's a 1st down for West Seneca West.
Freeman's just a physical, downhill, straight-ahead runner. He's not going to be shifty. He's not going to make you miss in space. He's going to run over you, run through somebody's face, as ex-Marshawn Lynch used to say. But just look how he ran through 2 tackles and gained 5 extra yards with his size and forward style. Freeman was the one that delivered the hit on Banker. He's a physical just player, linebacker, running back. That style spreads to the other players. You got to match that physicality.
1st down and 10 at the 20 for West Seneca West, working right to left. The freshman Anderson, a give to the senior, Gerard Freeman, right side for a gain of a couple. The defense for West Seneca East swarms to the football, and Freeman comes out of the game.
But for Mason Anderson, the freshman quarterback, I can tell you as an evaluator, we will love to watch. I love watching any drive after an interception from a quarterback. And I love how they come out and run the ball. Let's keep your nerves. Let's get some 1st downs. We're going to need you to make some throws soon, maybe now, but at least he's ready to make plays.
Brothers in the backfield for 2nd and 8. Mason with Micah behind him. Low snap. Give to Micah. He loses the football, falls forward on it.
Snaps messing up operation. We've talked about this earlier this year, but it just throws off everything with a bad snap on a running play like that. Nice job, Mike Anderson.
Rare that the brothers have a missed handoff. You figure they do that in their sleep.
They'll get that settled at home. Who messed that one up? But the snap messed the play up. But that was not their fault.
Under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Scoreless. West Seneca West moving right to left, facing 3rd and 7 at their own 22-yard line. Mason Anderson rolls to his right. The freshman airs it out right side, caught by Quarantello, has the first down and more. Across the 45, he stumbles, getting tripped up at the 40. It's a big gain for West Seneca West. 23 yards through the air from Anderson to Quarantello.
Quarantello runs a little inside. We call it like a little whip route almost. He comes in, gets out of it, boom, creates space. Look at the throw by Anderson to lead him perfectly, and I love how Quarantello gets right upfield after he catches the football.
West right to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at their own 46. Give to Micah Anderson. Right side, he follows the right tackle and gets 3 yards for West. Quarantello, he's been impressive all season. We mentioned him defensively with 8 interceptions there. Offensively, averaging 10 yards a catch through this point of the season.
Natural with the ball in his hands. You can't, that's instincts. Those stats aren't fake when you have that many.
One of the kids we got to interview earlier this week, Quarantello, presents himself much older. I thought he was a senior when he sat down, introduced himself. I'm like, you're the sophomore? No way. 2nd down, 8 to go at the 48 for West Seneca West. Mason Anderson hikes his right leg, pitches it ahead to Troy Mobley from left to right across the line of scrimmage. He goes horizontally but loses a yard to set up 3rd down and 9.
You've been waiting to see Mobley get involved, maybe down the field more. Nice job by the defense there to muddy it up inside, make it tough. Love this drive, though. I love the calm by Anderson at quarterback. I'm paying attention to this play right here, 3rd and long. Does he have another accurate throw in him?
The Battle of West Seneca, both teams 6-1 this season. East 6-1, all in league play in Class B1, coming off their first loss of the year at Will South last week. 3rd down and 9 for West, moving right to left at their own 47. Mason Anderson rolls to his left, throws across his body to the near sideline, and on the sideline, it's intercepted. But the officials come quickly to say it hit the turf first. It was nearly Sincere Tucker again.
Nice job by Tucker coming over top with range, showing his speed. The throw by Anderson was good. He put it in the only spot. Either his player is going to make the throw or it should be out of bounds. Tough throw rolling to his left. Nice touch. It was never really had a chance. Good coverage.
Looking for Quarantello again. The freshman-sophomore combination.
And 3 people around Quarantello. I mean, that's the sign of guys. He's drawing attention, obviously.
4th down, 9 to go, and West looks like they're going for it. Empty set. A big thumbs up from Jim Monis. Mason Anderson in the gun, takes the snap, and he punts it. Nobody was deep to receive. This punt gets down inside the 10, keeps rolling to the 5, 4, and finally settles at the 2-yard line. What a punt from Mason Anderson.
So there you go. Do it that way.
55-yard punt. How often do we take a replay for a punt on BTPM's YouTube channel?
You line up like you're going to go for it. You kick a line drive and get a great roll, just like you draw up. But that seriously, that is a good option if you're not comfortable. If you want to just give that on tape too, hey, they're not necessarily going to be punting at midfield. We saw them line up, think about it, do a quick punt with the quarterback. I mean, it's conservative. I would like to see them go for it there.
I thought it was the Jim Monis special. Just go for it
Just
anyway.
go for it every time. But you know what? Can't disagree with those results.
1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line. East. Handoff near side. Molnar shakes one tackle. At the 1, he's stopped. And that's a loss of 2 for East, working backward.
Yeah.
Final 30 seconds of the first quarter will tick away. If East wants to take this to the quarter change, they can. We've got great games from around Western New York tonight. 4 great matchups that we'll discuss during the second quarter. Our friends at the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library will present that to us in just a moment. We'll also introduce the third member of our broadcast team, Leah Jurek, after we take a quick word from our supporters. Friday Night Lights made possible thanks to folks like you. Thanks to our members on Buffalo Toronto Public Media. No score after 1 quarter. Second quarter after this.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
BTPM's Friday Night Lights, in partnership with Section 6, is presented by Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated. Mr. Goodbar, your headquarters for watching away games on Elmwood Avenue. Denny's, America's Diner is always open. Brighton Liquor and Wine, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda. And by SEI. SEI proudly supports the WNED Foundation.
These days, it seems like there are people who think the voting process is absolutely lawless. Like you just show up and toss your pin on any old ballot. But I'm here to set that straight. Because I'm Corey, and this is Compact Civics. First, you have to register. It's a pretty rigid process, but it's not hard to do. In New York State, you can do it at any DMV, by mail, or online. To be eligible to vote in all U.S. elections, you must be a U.S. citizen, meet your state's residency requirements, and be at least 18 years old by Election Day. For the record, non-citizens and permanent legal residents cannot vote. To ensure you can vote, confirm your eligibility, register by your state's deadline, and understand any rule that may affect your voting rights. Voting is the easiest way to participate in democracy and influence governance. But remember, it comes with strict legal guidelines.
Support for Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from SEI. SEI proudly supports the WNED Foundation, connecting communities through the Friday Night Lights tradition. More information at SEIC.com.
Where I know the
Welcome back to West Seneca East. No score after 1 quarter on BTPM's Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College. Jack Kreuzer, Jim Monis, Leah Jurek with you for this rivalry matchup around Western New York. Some great games this weekend before the playoffs start next week. Last night, final in Class A2. Health Sciences, Buffalo Academy of Science, Global Concepts defeated Williamsville East 19-14. That clinched the top spot and an undefeated regular season for Health Sciences. Williamsville East now slotted in at the 3rd spot in Class A2 for the playoffs. Tonight, non-league rivalry game. Lancaster hosts Depew at Lancaster for the final time in that rivalry series that dates back just over a century. But that series will come to an end next year when they play their last game at Depew. So a big farewell to that rivalry tonight in Lancaster. The Legends will be scoreboard watching as Orchard Park is at Bennett tonight, playing for the bye in Class AA. The loser could drop down to 2, perhaps 3, or maybe even 4. Then in Class A1, West Seneca West fans would want to see the outcome between Clarence and Williamsville North in Class A1. The winner of that game gets the 1 seed. The loser drops to the 3, with the Warhawks locked in at the 2 seed. And Newfane at Wilson tonight determines who ends the season undefeated and gets the top spot in Class D. That's around Western New York for Week 8, brought to you by the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library. To start the second quarter, no score, but 2nd and 11 for East at their own 2-yard line. Hard count to start the quarter and a flag thrown before the snap. This is an offside call on West Seneca West, Jim. Already another one against the Warhawks.
And we know their history. We've talked about it. But this is an important drive. Backed up like this, that's a good first play.
Second down, 5 to go. It's a give up the right side for East. And a first down with an injury. It was Urban who got the run, and he's still down where he got tackled near the yard to gain. And now the clock stops less than 10 seconds into this second quarter. So in Class B, West Seneca East lost their first game of the season last week at Will South. It was a bit of an odd game. A Williamsville South player got hurt with 4.5 minutes left in the first half. East was up 8-0 in that game at the time. That long delay for that Will South player to get off the field. They had the ambulance come out. From what I've heard from Coach Joe Licata, things are all good at Will South. The kid's all right. But it did throw off the rhythm of that game a bit. Penalties certainly a factor as well, as Will South beat West Seneca East for the top seed in B1. East locked in at the 2 seed, Pioneer the 3, and South Park clinched a playoff spot last night with Star Point's loss. So your Class B playoffs, at least the teams are set. The seedings will be determined as this night goes on the other side. 3rd down and 1 at their own 12 for East. It's a handoff left side. Johnson tries to turn the corner. He cannot. And now Johnson is down and reeling. Just as Urban got off under his own power, now Johnson's hurt.
Conter Hatage, again, physical up front, but that was too east-west on a short yardage play like that. Took too long. You got to get upfield, vertical. North-south will get you that first down. Nice job by Conter Hatage. We've mentioned him dominating up front a little bit tonight, Jack.
West Seneca West defensive line has played some tough competition this year. Their loss came 3 weeks ago at Williamsville North.
You mentioned herky-jerky as a flow to this game. I think that was very appropriate. Between injuries, penalties, there's just been we've been used to some big plays. We haven't had a lot of that right now. Different game for us, what we're used to on Friday nights. You could tell these teams, the rivalry is definitely in. It doesn't look like this is going to be easy for anybody right now.
West Seneca West taking a knee in front of their coaching staff, and the defensive coordinator in his first year, Kyle Haddock, went to West, state champion at West Seneca West back in 2017. All-American at the Division III level at SUNY Brockport, Kyle Haddock, now coaching for his former high school head coach.
Well, you mentioned Division III, so we talked about Alex Quarantello with the 8 interceptions, 4 in one game. I happened to play Division III football, Lebanon Valley College, 1995. I have to give a shout out to Mike Susi, who led Division III college in interceptions with 8 and had 4 in one game, and I believe it was against Juniata, if Mike's listening.
Wow. What a memory.
But the fact that we had a guy that had 8 picks and 4 in one game, it brought back that. And that is, and like I said earlier, that is a special skill for Quarantello. I like the way he looks on offense, too, but this injury is certainly significant.
Eric Johnson on the field, still getting tended to by the training staff at West Seneca East. It looked like a harmless play, just to run on 3rd down. Good defense, like you mentioned, from Hatage at the defensive end spot for West Seneca West. But now our concern is with the freshman Eric Johnson, another kid we got to interview earlier this week. Great energy about him. Stands up and is leveraging on his left leg. Doesn't want any weight on his right. Scary scene for the freshman. Hope he's able to recover. With Johnson now sidelined at least for a few plays at the minimum, the West Seneca East offense looks a little different considering they don't have their top running back this season, Kevin Sadowski, playing tonight either.
And Urban just went out, but he's back. He went down, but he only looks like he only missed a play, so that's good that Urban's back. But, yeah, they're getting banged up right now.
Urban is the running back for 4th down and 1 at their own 12. I'd be shocked if East went for this. Banker in the gun. He's under center. Hard count, and a flag flies, and they may have just got a free first down, and the Trojans do. DJ Banker, the hard count, keeps the drive alive for East.
Valuable play from experienced quarterback, but that's discipline. West will be, that's one that that keeps you up at night as a coach. Unacceptable type stuff sometimes on those short yardage ones. I really was hoping to see what they were going to do. I wanted to see if they were actually going to go for it.
No need. 1st and 10 East, thanks to the hard count. At their own 17, no score. Start of the second quarter. High snap, Banker handles it. Pitch to Joey Molnar, who is the up man, and he goes nowhere. The defense for West Seneca West gets to the football with Freeman and Lazarus leading the way at the linebacker spot.
Yeah, they're physical. The East-West running style against West right now is not working. These guys are too big up front. They're too fast. They got to go downhill against them right now. Or I would like to see at some point trying to stretch the field. I mean, it's going to get tough trying to run against this team every single time. East and West.
Horizontally,
fair. We say east, west, north, south is a lot of times how we say in running.
Sure. DJ Banker rolls to his right, steps past to one, gets out of bounds at the 29. A nifty run for the quarterback from West Seneca East for a first down.
Love the athleticism. We saw Banker's ability to run, get out on the edge earlier and tuck the ball. He's a physical runner too. He's not afraid to lower the shoulder, gain tough yards. I like the speed, and he's smart. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything to cause a fumble. Banker's family's in front of us, pretty happy with that play. Parents look happy. Giveaway with the hockey jersey on the father, it looks like. Mom pretty happy.
A lot to be proud about. Committed to play Division I baseball at Canisius.
He has a baseball-style throwing, actually. It's funny you say that. I didn't know that. He just warming up. He has that little sidearm, little shortstop, second base type.
1st and 10 for East. Banker drops back, feels the pressure, rolls to his right, takes his shot down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Quarantello climbed the ladder and was just a hair away from picking that one off. And he's feeling the pain of the hit that he took trying to steal that ball.
But I like that they were able to take a shot. We just talked about it. It's time to air one out. It's going to be hard to just do the same type of style. But nice job by Quarantello to stay over top the defense, stay back. That was just a heave-ho jump ball. 3 defenders against 2. Tough way to make a living. That's not a passing attack. That's sustainable.
So now 3rd and 10 for West Seneca East at their own 28. They like to kill the clock. They've been in plenty of tight games as of late. Banker rolls to his right. Steps past one, gets hit at the 32 near the sideline and pushed backward. Joe Zapia, the defensive tackle, comes across the field to make the play. Number 75 stands at 6 foot. A lighter D tackle, perhaps aids him in getting across the field to make the play. And now 3rd down and good distance here for East.
Great effort from Zapea to get down the line. Anytime you see a D tackle hustle down the line to make a play, that makes a coach very happy at night because that is an effort play.
West Seneca East, 3rd down, 6 to go. Banker tucks it, gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. West brings him down. Micah Anderson blows up the 3rd down play. 4th and long for the Trojans.
Yeah, I think pass rush is the key right there. He was waiting for a little mesh route to uncover. There may have been a chance, but when he was ready to throw it, the pressure got to him. Banker does a nice job of trying to make a play. Smart not to turn it over.
4th down, and the Trojans will punt. Boy, it's been a punt fest so far tonight.
Yeah, 0-0.
Mason Anderson had a great punt for West last time out. This one nearly blocked. It's taken away and returned at the 45 across midfield for West, left to right. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line for the returner, Owen Koziel. So just about 8 minutes to go in this first half of play. No score on Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College, your home and New York's home for cutting-edge majors and unmatched support.
Koziel did a really nice job on that punt return. That was hard how he fielded that. Traditionally, punt returns, you want to get under it, cradle it a little bit. He caught that thing on the run line drive style. Pretty impressive hand-eye coordination to do that.
Your objectives for West Seneca West entering tonight. Number one, the freshman prince of West Seneca, Mason Anderson. How's he looked?
I think good. I think not. He hasn't been able to really get loose, like we like to say. He had that one interception. Was a tough throw, but he's not wild right now.
Number two, the defense discipline.
Definitely.
And number three, stay the course. They've done it so far. Anderson on 1st and 10 at the East 47. Slings it to the far side, just too far ahead of the intended target. Incomplete.
Yeah, and I thought he was a little off on that one, just like he was earlier. He's a little high on some throws, sailing the ball, and that can be when you're a little excited or where you're trying to force the ball too much. You can be a little high.
Gabe Santos, the intended target. 2nd down, 10 to go at the 47-yard line for West Seneca West, averaging 32 points per game offensively in a much larger Class A1 division. 2nd down and 10 at the East 47, scoreless, winding down the first half. Keeper for Mason, up the middle, gets a couple, falls forward. Just feels like we're waiting for the big play downfield. Everything's been within a few yards of the line of scrimmage so far for both teams.
No question. I was just watching Mobley on that play to see. I was thinking this could be one. I still haven't opened up to him yet. That wasn't the play. That was a straight quarterback keeper. Kind of fake the give, then follow, almost turns into an ISO. Good run by Anderson, but nothing there. Good job by East on D. Physical game, both sides. I mean, you can definitely, it does have a rivalry feel to it.
This is the first year that West Seneca West grads and Coach Jim Marino's kids are coaching for East against their former school. Throw to the left side, flag on the play. It's picked off. West Seneca East, Joey Molnar. An errant pass from Mason Anderson, and Molnar takes advantage. The 2nd interception of the game. The penalty, a hold against West, is declined. Molnar flips the field.
This is outstanding ball skills from Molnar to track the ball and high point it, lays out for this, and finishes the ball. That's ball hawk stuff. Flipped his hips. That's textbook defense right there by Molnar.
Anderson, 2 interceptions tossed tonight. That's 10 on the season for the freshman. And it's what's keeping this game in the balance.
Right, we just kept talking about it. He's been off on a couple throws, and now it's become a thing in this game where this is their chance. But now is your time, though. You can't keep messing. You got to capitalize on these turnovers.
7:10 to go in the first half. No score. East 1st and 10 at the 35. Run up the middle on 1st down. The pile pushes forward for West Seneca East all the way to the 41 for a gain of 6. Dealing with a couple of injuries, including to the freshman, Eric Johnson. East turns to Josh Urban to be their lead back. He gets 6 on 1st down.
That type of style will work. Now, Urban might not be the biggest, but that was a hard run, strong run straight ahead.
Eric Johnson, the freshman, is sitting alone on the bench in front of us for West Seneca East. Helmet remains on, but his right leg up on the bench area and no one around him. 2nd down, 4 to go for East. Banker looking to take a shot, slings it right side at the 50. Big hit, and the ball comes out. Broken up neatly by the defensive back for West.
The throw was beautiful. I love that kind of that quick stroke baseball style. He flicks it to him, gets crushed, gets wiped out, gets his legs wiped out. Would have been a great catch. Good throw, tough catch, good hit. That's how you run through it, safety, to finish, wipe them out, and dislodge the ball in that play.
3rd down and 4 for West Seneca East. Boy, they've picked off Anderson twice, but Jim, they haven't been able to take advantage either time.
No, and that's why it hurts, because you know you have to. The pressure's on right now. This is 2-down territory. You need to finish in the end zone. This is your time.
West does get the ball to start the second half. Not in that territory yet, but just over 6 minutes to go in the first half. Something to keep in the back of your mind. Flags fly before the snap. Seneca West looks like they had some substitution issues. It's a false start against West Seneca East nonetheless. Backs them up 5 yards. This was key number 3 for East tonight. Keep your cool and not take penalties. It's what head coach Jim Marino told me was the difference last week in their loss to Will South. Too many penalties that could have been avoided. 3rd down and 9 to go. Banker drops back to pass. Tries to step up in the pocket. Patty Allen is there, and down goes Banker. The 4-year starter, Pat Allen.
It was just a matter of time before we're going to see Allen make this type of impact. His physical style and can move. He comes off the ball, gets a great pressure straight ahead, dislodges the center, and then swarms with his length to eat up.
When I asked Pat what he wanted out of this game Friday, what his expectations were, he said, I don't want to just win. I want to impose my will on West Seneca East in my last rivalry game. He did it there. A sack for 2 yards. West Seneca East forced to punt on 4th and 11 at their own 34. A high kick bounces at the 30 of West, downed at the 28-yard line. That's where the Warhawk offense will take the field. 5:29 to go in the first half. Jack Kreuzer, Jim Monis, Leah Jurek with us as well tonight on Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. We'll have scoring updates from around Western New York for you at halftime in the final week of the regular season. Jim, it's your first year seeing Section 6 high school football. What have you enjoyed so far?
The quarterback play, the running backs have been outstanding. A lot of good offense and defensive linemen that don't get, a lot of the press in the paper and the media sometimes, but these guys are tough, well-coached football players.
1st and 10 for West Seneca West at their own 29 and a scoreless draw. It's a run right side. Oh, and a suplex for the West Seneca East defensive end. Anthony DiMartino.
Yeah, you don't want to see your quarterback Anderson finishing runs like that, getting whipped to the ground. That's how shoulders get hurt.
DiMartino put a beating on the rusher for West, and now an injury for the Warhawks. DiMartino already has a Trench Trophy nomination so far this year. 6'4" senior, 240 pounds, and he used all of it to bring down the rusher on 1st down. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights.
This is Isaiah Gerstling from Newfane. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on BTPM, NPR, WBFO, and WBFO HD1, Buffalo, WUVJ, Jamestown, WOLN, Olean. This is a service of Buffalo Toronto Public Media.
Some scoring updates from around Western New York presented by the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library. Down in Olean, it is the Huskies who lead Lackawanna 7-0 after the first quarter, playing for a home playoff game, our Olean and Lackawanna. Now, Lancaster leads Depew 7-0 after one quarter. The Wildcats looking to give the Legends a fight in Week 8. Lancaster coming off the loss to Bennett last week. No scoring update from Orchard Park and Bennett just yet. Get that to you as soon as possible. Will North and Claris scoreless in the first quarter, as well as Newfane and Wilson. 2nd down, 9 to go for West, moving left to right. New quarterback in the formation. Throw to the left side as Jacob Endich hits his target across the field. Gain of about 5 and a flag after the play as Kyler Montero followed the receiver all the way to the bench area out of bounds and was looking for trouble. At least that's what Corey Brockman thinks. A personal foul against West Seneca East will add on to this run for West.
I think it's safe to say, Jack, the penalties are real.
Jim Marino's been around 22 years coaching these Trojans. He doesn't often come out and say refs are the issue, and it was certainly not the official last week or tonight. These are real penalties that you have to call and self-inflicted wounds that are hurting the Trojans' chances tonight. Now West inside offensive territory at the East 45. Snap to Anderson back in the game. Throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. And a hit after the play as Aaron Lazarus was hit on the blind side. He didn't know that the safety was over the top in Romir Cross. And now Lazarus is down and clutching at his face mask. So many injuries so far in this game. But Lazarus back up and on his feet before the trainer gets out, and now he goes back down. The clock stopped with 4:40 to go in the first half, and the rain starting to sprinkle in West Seneca.
Once again, that could have been an interception. Mason Anderson right now is struggling. He's just not dealing like we always like to say, quarterback is dealing. He's not dealing right now. He's hoping and wishing, throwing some jump balls. That's a seam route. Safeties were there. That can always be picked off. We put a little touch on it, but that's one you want to put on their chest.
There's a lot of emotions before this game. You put yourself in the shoes of a West Seneca West Warhawk warming up at their own school, taking the bus over to West Seneca East. It really builds up the anticipation and the hype for this game. You're sitting next to a guy like Pat Allen, 4-year player. He's never lost to East in his career. There's a lot of pressure on the young freshman Mason Anderson. He throws 2 picks in the first half. He's got to be feeling it and going through it a bit here for the 14-year-old.
It's all seniors on the offensive line.
Yeah.
So for a freshman, you're right, Jay. You don't want to feel like you're the reason we're not winning. You know that how hard those guys is. You know this is their last year. They're looking at you like, hey man, don't mess this up for us. This is our year.
Both teams 6-1. West Seneca East, no slouch this year. 2nd and 10 for West. Handoff Freeman, left side. Jukes past 1 at the 40, gets to the 36 and dives ahead toward the yard to gain. Nice run for Gerard Freeman, who eclipses the 1,000 rushing yard mark in his career.
Freeman shows good patience, vision for his style because he's a physical runner, but he's not out of control just running downhill. He's patient, setting up blocks, uses, like I said, finds little creases to gain those extra yards. Steady Eddie back right now, which they need because the passing game is just not clicking.
Gerard was on the team 3 years ago when he was a feature back opposite his brother Bernard. Went to the sectional semifinal game and fell to a very talented Clarence team that went on to win the sectional championship. 3rd down and 1 at the 36. Mason Anderson, the run, and he's got the first down before he gets a bear hug from the defensive tackle for West Seneca East, Johns Melendez.
Anderson did a good job of actually getting that snap. It was a fast snap. He caught it and got upfield right away to get that first. Nice job by Anderson, showing good hand-eye coordination, quickness.
Melendez, 5'10", 315, wrapped him up, and Anderson was not escaping that.
No, but he did the job on that play.
1st and 10 for West, marching toward the end zone to our right. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. The rain, again, starting to pick up here before the first half comes to an end. Anderson in the gun, takes the snap, handoff Freeman, left side patiently, now darts ahead, gets to near the 36-yard line and steps out of bounds toward his own bench area to the left. A gain of 7.
Once again, that's winning up front. We talked about their defensive line. The offensive line is doing the same thing. They're gaining yards, moving it the right way because the quarterback's not clicking. Great job by Freeman. Really patient runner.
Third down. Check that, second down. 4 to go for West Seneca West. Anderson in the gun, feels the pressure, and a flag flies behind him as he takes off up the left side, gets out of bounds at the 25, but this flag could be against the left tackle, Caleb Roberts, and that it is, a hold on West Seneca West.
And they were going to take a shot down the field. There was 4 go routes. The penalty happened because there was going to be a sack. Nice pass rush. It flushed Anderson, ruined the play. That's what we talk about. We keep talking about how pass rushes are the great equalizer to any quarterback passing game.
Caleb Roberts, like you mentioned, one of 5 seniors on the offensive line. This is the closest a game has been in this rivalry series since 2018, approaching halftime. No score. Under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Anderson handoff. Freeman with a burst, gets to the second level, to the 25. He spins down. Gerard Freeman. 15 yards on the ground.
He has a very Le'Veon Bell ex-Steeler style right now with that patient running style, and he gives you that, we call it that little dead leg. He gives you that one little stiff dead leg, make you miss move when you're squared up. He's not real shifty, but it doesn't need to be with his size, like his style. Definitely the bright spot for them on offense right now.
Third down and 1 still at the 24 of East. West looking to score first. Quarantello in motion. From right to left, high snap. Anderson gets it. Handoff. Freeman up the right side. Keeps his legs moving. He's wrapped up at the 20. The pile surrounded by green falls backward for West, but it is a first down for West Seneca West at the 20-yard line.
Again, the vision, the patience, the finishing forward. Best drive of the night.
Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Now it's time to talk middle eight. The Warhawks get the ball to start the second half. They could double down here.
No question. You should finish with the ball. Don't give the ball back this half, and then you get it to start. You can flip the whole game, kind of blow this thing out.
West Seneca East has picked off Mason Anderson twice tonight. Not able to capitalize on either attempt. Quarantello in motion for 1st and 10 in the red zone. Freeman met in the backfield, hit by Urban and taken down. Josh Urban flew in from the linebacker spot and stopped the momentum of Freeman before he could get going downhill. Timeout West before 2nd and 11 with 1:14 to go in the first half. So West Seneca West in Class A sits 2nd in the A1 division. Williamsville North, the only team to beat West all year, had the inside track at the number 1 seed in A1. They play Clarence tonight for the number 1 seed in Class A. Kenmore West clinches the 4th spot in A1. The flip side is all set. Health Sciences will be the 1 seed. They'll play Ken West in the quarterfinal. West Seneca West locked in for their matchup. They're going to host Williamsville East next week for the quarterfinal in Class A. You have to think, even in a rivalry week, Coach Mike Vastola has to be thinking, maybe we start prepping a little bit on Williamsville East, who just gave Health Sciences a run for their money last night.
Always in the back of your head, has to be at this time of year when you see scores like that, and how that's this time of year. Seeds, score, who you're going to play. It's fun about playoffs.
2nd and 11 for West Seneca West after their first charge timeout. No score. 1:10 to go in the first half. Screen pass near side, incomplete. Looking for Mobley. Top target for West hasn't gotten involved yet tonight. Now 3rd and 11.
There's a reason you like getting your top targets the ball early in the game. You always hear receivers, hey, let's get them the ball early. They like to get catches. They like to get a field, get hit, make somebody miss. Right there, Mobley hasn't been involved. Getting a little cold, a little rainy. There's an easy catch, easy 10-yard gain. He was trying to run before he caught it. We know he can make that play. But that's why you like to get a player like Mobley. Maybe try to get him the ball involved earlier.
Big chance for East here to get a stop and change momentum before halftime. 1:10 to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 11 for West at the East 21. Anderson spins, rolls to his left. Pressure coming. He's wrapped up at the 35, and momentum stops. Kyler Montero. He flew in to stop the play in its tracks. Anderson sacked for 12 yards.
Sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you call the right play. And for Montero to have this stunt called, he comes flying in, doesn't stop his momentum, and on a rollout to the left, it's the perfect call. Anderson could never really get turned or flipped to make a throw. Great job.
Caleb Roberts is having a tough second quarter at left tackle. The senior for West Seneca West turned around on that play. 25 seconds to go in the first half. No score, and West looks to go for it on 4th and 23 at the 33. Timeout on the field. Oh, check that. A delay of game against West will back them up even more. How do you not punt this football? Or do you think just take a shot to the end zone?
I'm okay with that, with the time left.
West Seneca East hasn't shown any ability to go and stretch the field, so why not?
Now, moving backwards with a penalty isn't necessary because now you do give them a chance of maybe one Hail Mary if they wanted to, but I still am okay with throwing down the field, taking a chance here.
12 seconds to go in the half. West, the 38-yard line, faces 4th and 28. Anderson to throw. Has time. Screen pass left side. Gerard Freeman on the sideline. Stays in bounds. Cuts back to the middle. He's hit at the 30 and taken down as the clock hits zeros. So no score at the end of the first half. And our Leah Jurek is ready. Sideline with West Seneca East head coach Jim Marino. Leah?
All right, hi, Coach. We're 24 minutes away from you finally breaking that streak against West. What do you have to do to get there in the second?
I know, this is what you want out of a rivalry game right here, right? This is awesome. Kids are playing great. We got to capitalize on the turnovers. You know, we're taking the ball away, but we're shooting ourselves in the foot offensively. I think the defense is playing outstanding. We got to put some points on the board.
And is that going to be the conversation in the locker room?
Absolutely. We got to figure out what's there, what's not, call some good plays in the second half, and hopefully put some points on the board and come on top of this thing.
All right, good luck. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, Leah. We will step aside and return with the SEI halftime show. SEI proudly supporting the WNED Foundation. More information at SEIC.com. We'll be back after this.
Brighton Wine and Liquor, located at 930 Brighton Avenue in Tonawanda, features wines from all over the world and expert curators who can help you select the right wine or spirit for your occasion. Brighton Wine and Liquor, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda.
If you're from Western New York, you know snow. And unfortunately, you know how damaging those annoying potholes can be. But do you know what's involved in filling those potholes so your car tires stay intact? Let me put you on, because maintaining roads involves way more than the average citizen might think. Corey here with Compact Civics. Cities, counties, and states all take part in this process. How? Well, a state might be responsible for filling potholes and paving, but a city handles snow plowing and de-icing. Try and imagine a city or town without a public works department. No one to manage schools, hospitals, roads, bridges, airports, water, sewage, parks, beaches. We deserve these spaces, and our taxes pay for it all. So, next time you drive across a smooth road or see a snowplow clearing one, appreciate it. Public works are the backbone of what keeps our communities and quality of life thriving.
What if your spare change could help protect the public media you love? When you link your Visa or MasterCard at btpm.roundforgood.com, your everyday purchases are rounded up to the nearest dollar. At the end of the month, that change becomes one simple donation to Buffalo Toronto Public Media, fueling public media and strengthening our community. One cup of coffee, one grocery run, one roundup at a time. You're in control. Pause or cancel anytime. It's simple. It adds up. Small change, big impact.
Buffalo Toronto Public Media has new and innovative ways to generate revenue for your business. We have a robust menu of digital features that can help your business grow. Contact Bill Saurer at 716-845-7000.
Welcome back to West Seneca East Senior High School. At halftime, no score between East and West in the final game of the regular season. Jack Kreuzer, Jim Monis with you on the SEI Halftime Show. SEI proudly supporting the WNED Foundation. More information at SEIC.com. Jim, 2 turnovers caused by the defense of West Seneca East. Both times they come up empty.
Frustrating. He talked about it right away. Every coach knows you got to capitalize on turnovers. It's always how you flip games. Weren't able to do that. But frustrating is the word. Not a lot to build on. So now we have second half to finish.
For West Seneca West and Mason Anderson, we mentioned the emotional struggle he may have been feeling that first half, throwing 2 picks, surrounded by a lot of seniors. Halftime tied at 0, has a chance for him to calm down.
As a quarterback, sometimes halftime's your best friend because you come out and it's like a new game in the second half. Let's start over. Erase that first half.
Across campus, Players of the Week coming your way after this. This week's Across Campus Player of the Week from West Seneca East is senior swimmer Cadence Richard. Cadence is also a member of the East Senior Leadership Team and creator of the East Senior Cruise Night to raise funds for Trojans Take Action Day in May. Away from school, Cadence volunteers as a junior firefighter at Southline Volunteer Fire Department. And our Across Campus Player of the Week from West Seneca West is senior volleyball player Jack Granville. Jack is a standout on the court who has helped lead West to an impressive 12-3 record so far. Off the floor, Jack volunteers at many school fundraisers and is a star on the stage with the West Drama Club. A member of the National Honor Society, Jack is ranked 9th in his class with a 98 grade point average. Our Scholar Athlete of the Week from West Seneca East is senior quarterback DJ Benker. DJ is a dedicated 3-sport athlete playing ice hockey and baseball when not leading the Trojans on the gridiron. DJ leads by example with unwavering drive and relentless work ethic. With a GPA of 94, DJ demonstrates that determination and passion truly define excellence. Our Scholar Athlete of the Week from West Seneca West is senior kicker and punter Jacob Endich. Jacob is a rare 5-sport athlete at West, participating in football, soccer, basketball, track and field, and lacrosse. In the classroom, Jacob is ranked 19th in his class with a GPA of 98 while taking 5 AP and college-level courses.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
Do you love theater? Can't get enough of Broadway shows? Join Buffalo Toronto Public Media this January in New York City for Just in Time, Operation Mincemeat, Buena Vista Social Club, The Play That Goes Wrong, and The Queen of Versailles. Show tickets, hotel, travel, and select meals are included. Space is limited, so don't delay. January 19th through the 23rd. Visit btpm.org/travel.
At PBS, we know that helping students learn is a teacher's top priority. That's why we offer our free, easy-to-use digital platform, PBS Learning Media. With thousands of standards-aligned resources in every subject, plus videos and interactive activities from the trusted programs you know and love. Wildcrats, Nova, Ken Burns, and much more. Find the content you need to enhance lessons and help spark your students' sense of curiosity at PBS Learning Media. Visit pbslearningmedia.org to learn more.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
We are set for a spectacular show, and I'm not talking about the football game. I'm talking about the marching band performance we're about to see at West Seneca East. Welcome back to the SEI Halftime Show. Jack Kreuzer and Jim Monis and the entire West Seneca East marching band still setting up with you on Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College. Jim, were you ever thinking about being in a marching band?
No, the instrument stuff for me lasted with the cello, you had to carry it to school, a cello, and it just wasn't my style. You play basketball, football as a ball, we go play. You had to carry this cello, the thing was pretty heavy. Then you sit and I wasn't getting the effort reward, I wasn't getting anything out of it.
Why'd you choose cello? There's other instruments to play.
That was what I went with first because I thought it looked cool to sit there and kind of, it looked like kind of you brought something to the table. They needed you. But then I realized, I think the first concert, I'm pretty sure I just sat next to the girl I sat next to and just copied her the whole time.
Oh, nothing different than math class, eh, Jim?
No, I like math class. Cello wasn't for me.
Well, we're in for a great show here at halftime. So far, not much to talk about in terms of scoring. In fact, nothing. It's nothing at halftime in East versus West in Week 8. It's been a long time since East beat West. It was 2018 in the sectional championship game. Sean Dolak, the MVP of that game, and that team that lost in the state championship game. Sean now playing for the Los Angeles Rams. Wasn't good enough for the NFL Combine. Wasn't good enough for an offer at the Division I level from UB. He had to walk on. And now he's back tonight as the honorary captain for West Seneca East at the coin toss, and he's playing on Sundays with the Rams. Great story.
No doubt. Sean Dolak's story is why, for me personally, is why I loved scouting or being in personnel. To find players like him who do get overlooked, still thought the NFL didn't think he could play in coverage, didn't think he was athletic enough in space, doesn't get invited to the Combine. Rams take a shot on him. He clicks. He's downhill. He's physical. He's making plays on special teams. He's making plays in real games as an undrafted free agent. That's hard to do. Now, can he sustain it? We'll see to come. But, man, what a story. And that's why you get in the business of scouting.
Well, it should be great to see who from this year's class of seniors perhaps goes on the same path as Sean Dolak, not thought of as much at the high school level, certainly a dominant player against Section 6 opponents, but like I said, the walk-on at UB, there may be players that we've seen this season, Jim, that go on to make NFL rosters given their next 4 years of development.
You're certainly not a finished product coming out of high school as far as physically, maturing, mentally, all that. It happens in college, and some people click a little bit later than seniors in high school, and for Dolak it did whenever it does for a lot of people. And once again, this area is just showing you that they have good football players. Systems matter for guys where they go.
Around Western New York, presented by the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library. Some scoring updates for you. Last night, Health Sciences defeated Williamsville East 19-14. The Falcons go undefeated. We saw them in Week 1 against Orchard Park take care of business in a non-league game. They're 8-0, rolling into the playoffs as the top seed in Class A2. Lancaster is up on Depew. 7-0 is the latest score that we've got from there. That's in the first half. Bennett leads Orchard Park 12-0 at halftime. The Quakers giving the Tigers a fight. Will North up 7-6 in the third quarter over Clarence. And Newfane up 23-13 at halftime on the road at Wilson. The SEI halftime show continues after this.
Brighton Wine and Liquor, located at 930 Brighton Avenue in Tonawanda, features wines from all over the world and expert curators who can help you select the right wine or spirit for your occasion. Brighton Wine and Liquor, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda.
If you're from Western New York, you know snow. And unfortunately, you know how damaging those annoying potholes can be. But do you know what's involved in filling those potholes so your car tires stay intact? Let me put you on, because maintaining roads involves way more than the average citizen might think. Corey here with Compact Civics. Cities, counties, and states all take part in this process. How? Well, a state might be responsible for filling potholes and paving, but a city handles snow plowing and de-icing. Try and imagine a city or town without a public works department. No one to manage schools, hospitals, roads, bridges, airports, water, sewage, parks, beaches. We deserve these spaces, and our taxes pay for it all. So, next time you drive across a smooth road or see a snowplow clearing one, appreciate it. Public works are the backbone of what keeps our communities and quality of life thriving.
What if your spare change could help protect the public media you love? When you link your Visa or MasterCard at btpm.roundforgood.com, your everyday purchases are rounded up to the nearest dollar. At the end of the month, that change becomes one simple donation to Buffalo Toronto Public Media, fueling public media and strengthening our community. One cup of coffee, one grocery run, one roundup at a time. You're in control. Pause or cancel anytime. It's simple. It adds up. Small change, big impact.
Buffalo Toronto Public Media has new and innovative ways to generate revenue for your business. We have a robust menu of digital features that can help your business grow. Contact Bill Saurer at 716-845-7000.
Welcome back to the SEI halftime show. No score in the Battle of West Seneca. East and West scoreless through 2 quarters of play. Down to the sideline with our Leah Jurek with West Seneca West head coach Mike Vastola.
All right, Coach, what was the biggest point of emphasis you made in the locker room in regards to what needs improvement?
We just got to settle down. We're playing real undisciplined. I think half their yards on offense were us jumping off sides, just playing not smart at all, not focused football. We got to settle down and just play our game. So it was a bit about taking a deep breath, being in the moment, and we can't change our inefficiencies before. We got to just play our game.
Right, and what has been working for you that you need to continue capitalizing on?
I thought we found some good things in the run game. We have passes open. We just have to execute. And I liked our defense. We just got to play better.
All right, thanks, Coach.
No problem.
All right, back at the Villa Maria College broadcast booth. There you hear it, Jim. Anything you've got to say about Mike Vastola's comments?
No, they're dialed in. He knows it. Just long game. At this point, you want to see the quarterback maybe have a little success, some success passing the ball at this point. You want to finish strong, come out of this game with a W.
Let's get over our objectives for tonight's contest. First, for West Seneca West, their first key tonight was to see the freshman Prince of West Seneca tear it up.
And we've seen the good and the bad. We see his ability to run, but we see some tough throws tonight, some inaccurate throws.
Number 2, defense discipline.
Love their discipline, forcing them to go east-west, run the ball horizontally, as you like to say. But, yes, they're tough up front, both sides of the ball.
And number 3, stay the course.
Right. They know what they can do and do well. Just keep feeding your guys.
And for West Seneca East, on the other side, tied at zeros. Number 1, everyone's invited.
And that's maybe not necessarily true tonight because we did have an injury to Satalski like we talked about. So they have had some other guys step up, and then some injuries tonight to Eric Johnson.
Yeah, even Josh Urban went down early. Glad to see he came back right away. If he was down, this offense would look even more shaky than it has.
Speaks to their depth. Good job of their general manager putting the roster together to have depth to overcome injuries.
Jim Marino, GM, head coach, all in one at the high school level. Number 2 is capitalize on turnovers.
Negative. If they did, they'd be up 14-0.
Number 3, keep your cool in regards to penalties.
And it's going to keep them up at night because it's officially the reason. It's not the officials. You never blame the officials. That's an easy excuse. It's you at this point.
And Coach Marino has been quite clear that he is not against any official, and he knows that his team isn't losing because of the folks wearing the white and black caps on the field, but it's rather the team wearing the yellow caps above their green uniforms. It's West Seneca East players committing clear and obvious penalties that have to be called. We're talking false starts, offsides, delay of game penalties that have bit West Seneca East so far tonight.
And that's maddening. And the positive, though, take away from the penalties, is Benker. I like the way he's playing tonight. He's not getting them in trouble in a game like this where you could try to force things. He shows his ability to be a leader and his athleticism to run the ball, too, which they're going to need to make a play with the ball in the air soon, at some point.
No doubt. Number 12 looks good out there. Indeed. Halftime tied at 0. We will step aside for a quick word from our supporting members. Friday Night Lights, supported by our members and these fine folks. We'll be back with the second half after this.
Brighton Wine and Liquor, located at 930 Brighton Avenue in Tonawanda, features wines from all over the world and expert curators who can help you select the right wine or spirit for your occasion. Brighton Wine and Liquor, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda.
If you're from Western New York, you know snow. And unfortunately, you know how damaging those annoying potholes can be. But do you know what's involved in filling those potholes so your car tires stay intact? Let me put you on, because maintaining roads involves way more than the average citizen might think. Corey here with Compact Civics. cities, counties, and states all take part in this process. How? Well, a state might be responsible for filling potholes and paving, but a city handles snow plowing and de-icing. Try and imagine a city or town without a public works department. No one to manage schools, hospitals, roads, bridges, airports, water, sewage, parks, beaches. We deserve these spaces, and our taxes pay for it all. So, next time you drive across a smooth road or see a snowplow clearing one, appreciate it. Public works are the backbone of what keeps our communities and quality of life thriving.
What if your spare change could help protect the public media you love? When you link your Visa or MasterCard at btpm.roundforgood.com, your everyday purchases are rounded up to the nearest dollar. At the end of the month, that change becomes one simple donation to Buffalo Toronto Public Media, fueling public media and strengthening our community. One cup of coffee, one grocery run, one roundup at a time. You're in control. Pause or cancel anytime. It's simple. It adds up. Small change, big impact.
Buffalo Toronto Public Media has new and innovative ways to generate revenue for your business. We have a robust menu of digital features that can help your business grow. Contact Bill Saurer at 716-845-7000.
We're back at West Seneca East, and Jim, that could have been you with the cello out on the field.
I didn't realize it really is a thing. Look, I got to give her credit. She gives better effort than I gave. I wouldn't have wanted to do that.
I am blown away by the presentation the West Seneca Marching Band has put on. This is combined West Seneca East and West, so a great performance for all of those in attendance. And boy, West Seneca might be competing for a state title with this kind of production.
It's quite the long production, I would agree. When I was with the Saints, we had a Super Bowl halftime with The Who performed at our Super Bowl.
Wow.
I didn't really drink it. I was at halftime refreshing myself, getting ready for the second half. But I keep looking for Bad Bunny. He's performing at the Super Bowl this year. I don't know if he's there he is. He is here at a rivalry game. We have the But I will say, we got about a half-hour halftime show here with Bad Bunny and the bands and cellos, and we're rolling.
I think we can both agree. We heard him pregame. Prince, all-time best halftime show?
Give it to me. I'm going with that. I will not argue anything with Prince.
Now, didn't JT do the halftime show one time?
JT. I like Prince better than JT.
That's Justin Timberlake for those.
and not, as you said, Jim Taylor, who is good.
James Taylor.
James.
See,
I call him Jimmy.
Your name.
I call him Jimmy. We go way back.
Man.
Me and Jimmy go back.
Well, as they clear away all the props, really Technicolor out there, we're going to step aside and come back with start of the second half as they clear away all of the instruments and all of the showmanship that the West Seneca Marching Band has been blessing us with so far. No score. DJ Banker and West Seneca East come back after this.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
Do you love theater? Can't get enough of Broadway shows? Join Buffalo Toronto Public Media this January in New York City for Just in Time, Operation Mincemeat, Buena Vista Social Club, The Play That Goes Wrong, and The Queen of Versailles. Show tickets, hotel, travel, and select meals are included. Space is limited, so don't delay. January 19th through the 23rd. Visit btpm.org/travel.
At PBS, we know that helping students learn is a teacher's top priority. That's why we offer our free, easy-to-use digital platform, PBS Learning Media. With thousands of standards-aligned resources in every subject, plus videos and interactive activities from the trusted programs you know and love. Wildcrats, Nova, Ken Burns, and much more. Find the content you need to enhance lessons and help spark your students' sense of curiosity at PBS Learning Media. Visit pbslearningmedia.org to learn more.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
It's really a great night in West Seneca. Chilly, but perfect for football in late October. Jack Kreuzer, Jim Monis, Leah Jurek with you on Friday Night Lights on Buffalo Toronto Public Media, presented by Villa Maria College, New York's home for cutting-edge majors and unmatched support. No score through 2 quarters. We've had so much action to talk about, most notably the halftime performance, but we move on. A long halftime. Who do you think it benefits more, Jim?
I think West. I think they're going to come out very focused right now. I'm excited to see if Anderson can come back, get things going with a quick pass, get him hot. But I think at the end of the day, with the way Freeman's running the ball, you got to get him back heavily involved to get this thing down the field and get on top.
This is just the second Denny's kickoff of the game. To start the second half, Denny's, America's Diner, always open. No matter how late this game goes tonight, Denny's will be open. West Seneca West fields the kick at their own 34-yard line. That's where the drive will begin to start the second half. No score in the Battle of West Seneca. The freshman quarterback Mason Anderson has had time to reset after 2 picks in the first half.
Yeah, and we're talking about the quarterback. They always get the most talk, but when you have kind of accurate throws that maybe were a little off, you want to see if he can get it back and get hot, finish strong here. Good supporting cast around him. He'll click.
1st and 10 for West. The Warhawks at their own 34-yard line in their traveling white and blue uniforms. Anderson takes the shotgun snap, throws quickly to the left side. It's caught at the 40-yard line by Gabe Santos. The sophomore picks up 5 yards.
But just what we just said, get him a quick completion. Try to get him going, get him involved. And there it was. It wasn't a great throw, but still a completion and keeps it moving.
Quick slant for Santos. Quarantello has been the focal point of the offense for West so far. Leading receiver this season, Troy Mobley, yet to record a catch. 2nd down, 4 to go after the pickup of 6. At their own 40, Anderson, handoff, Freeman, left side, pushes forward, has the first down, and gets up to the 47-yard line.
And right on cue, they come right out of the half to get a quick completion, get the quarterback's confidence going, and go back to what was working the most. Freeman, straight ahead, good give, nice little counter action with the offensive lineman going right to left with a little counter. Freeman's patience is outstanding. Probably the most patient back we've seen this year as far as letting his blockers set up and getting right behind them and finding those creases.
1st and 10 for West at their own 48. Anderson drops back, feels the pressure, takes off and runs, tucks it under his right arm, dances past one defender, uses his left arm to keep his balance, and he crawls across the 40 to the 37-yard line. A run of 14 yards for Mason Anderson and a first down.
That's as good as any completion right now for Anderson, just to get his confidence to keep improving. And there it is to take. I love how he finishes the run, makes a safety miss to get the first down and gain an extra 10 yards really with good footwork.
West Seneca West moving with pace to start this second half. Tied at 0. 1st and 10 for the Warhawks. At the East 37. The freshman Mason Anderson in the gun, and a timeout called by West just as he signaled for Lazarus in motion. Timeout West, that's their first of the half. Miscommunication there for the freshman and the offense. Corey Brockman, the referee. The officiating crew has had the work cut out for him tonight. A lot of flags the first half and plenty of injuries stopping the clock as well. Giving us a great chance to get ahead on the scoring updates from around Western New York. At the half, Newfane leads Wilson 25-13. First quarter, West Seneca, or rather Lancaster, leads Depew 7-0. That's the most recent score we've got from that game. We're going to get you a better one there. 1st and 10 for West at the East 37. Final week of the regular season. Both teams are locked into their playoff spots. Across the formation is Quarantello. Anderson takes a shot, 10 yards downfield, left side. It's caught by Micah Anderson, or check that. That's Gabe Santos who makes the grab, and a first down for West.
And a heck of a grab by Santos to lay out for that. A little out route. Good throw by Anderson. Oh, I like that throw. Even though it was a great catch to lay out for it, Anderson still put the ball with the timing on the only spot Santos could make the play. Nice route. Corner is playing an outside-in type of cover, so an out route's hard for the corner to get back out on that. Good timing.
1st and 10 at the 27. Fake of the give, throw to the left side. Santos makes the grab again. Out route turns up field past the corner, Sincere Tucker, and he's got another West first down into the red zone.
We talked about it all night to see a rhythm from Anderson, and this is what they want. He came out in the second half, got that first completion, got the run, and this is what builds from this. Now you see the drive looking pretty, and Anderson finally is clicking.
1st and 10 at the 16. Mason Anderson, the freshman, has been a sensation so far this year. Has to move to his left, turns his hips and runs out of bounds with Montero giving chase, a gain of just 2 yards.
Nice job by Montero. He has good instincts, takes good angles. You could tell he's just a natural linebacker.
West Seneca East picked off Anderson twice in the first half. They averaged just over 2 turnovers caused per game. You're likely not to get another chance at turning over this West Seneca West offense.
And that's what hurts. You know that was your chance in the first half to have a lead, at least be 7-0, something to show for those turnovers. And what happens, this is the result. You let a team around, now you pay the price.
2nd down, 9 to go after the gain of 1 at the 15-yard line. West, Anderson, handoff, right side. Legs keep moving across the 10-yard line. Micah Anderson just kept churning. Junior picks up 5 yards.
Yeah, we've been accustomed to seeing Freeman carry people with his big physical style. Nice job by Anderson. Once again, they do a good job, both running backs, of playing off the blocks, finding the open space, physical styles to finish the runs forward.
He had to carry 6'4", 240 Anthony DiMartino there. Micah Anderson's been in the weight room. 3rd down, 4 to go for West at the East 10. Anderson keeps it himself. Mason Anderson tripped across the 10. He fell forward. His 6-foot frame may have been just enough for the first down. It'll be determined by the spot. And it's 4th down and a yard at the 7-yard line.
That really was a great tackle to end that play for him not to get that extra yard for that first down, because the design of that was nice. Anderson with that keeping the ball, a little misdirection, didn't know Freeman had it, got right upfield.
4th down and 1 for West. No score in the middle of the 3rd quarter. Mason Anderson in the gun, takes the shotgun snap, turns to his right, looks downfield, has to get past the defender. He does, and has the first down out of bounds at the 5 as he got in front of Isaac Izare. It's a first down for West.
Great effort by Izare. He almost caused that thing to not be a first down. Sideline was his friend for Izare. Great job by Anderson to get the first. He tucked it, knew it was on him at that point. Nobody was open once he started running.
1st and goal at the 5, and now it feels inevitable for West to get the first score of the game.
I like the play call there on the pass. It was kind of thinking Freeman, heavy predictable would have been Freeman. Nice to get Anderson on the move.
1st and goal. Near side, cut to the end zone. Down at the 2. Freeman the run.
Yeah, I think Freeman's going to want that one back when he watches the tape. I think that should have been 6. Not sure if he got confused there with the sideline. It looked like he had a little, I'm not sure how he didn't finish that more downhill in the end zone. The way he's been running, I thought that was going to be 6. Nice job blocking.
Cheerleaders from both sides performing in front of packed stands across the way. West traveled quite well from across town. It's easy to convince your friends, hey, come with me to the game tonight. It's at East.
I'm just glad they didn't go home at halftime, the team.
2nd and goal at the 2. Mason Anderson in the gun. Throws over the middle, diving attempt, and the catch is made. Touchdown, Aaron Lazarus. The Warhawks end the drought. 6-0 West, middle of the third quarter.
So
first touchdown of the year for Aaron Lazarus.
Sometimes we say that it's just how you draw it up, but this one is not. You have two receivers almost running into each other. Anderson was locked in on Lazarus. That's who he wanted to go to. Not sure why the receivers almost ran into each other there, but good job by Anderson to deliver it on time. He knew he wanted. It was a good design, too. He was wide open.
The senior Aaron Lazarus. And the extra point, good as well for Endich. 7-0 West Seneca West with 7:30 to go in the third quarter. A long drive to start the second half, and the Warhawks take advantage.
And we knew that was going to happen at some point. Who was going to take advantage of what? And finally, West got it in the end zone. And that's why East talked about how did we not take advantage of those turnovers in the first half. And here's the result. So at this point, if you're East, how do you answer? How do you stay the course now and not get frazzled, not get penalties? Get down the field and answer, because this thing could get away from you quick if you can't answer here.
For East, what's the key to answering here?
They have to find a way to complete a pass down the field. They got to spread this thing somehow, some way. Benker's good enough to do it. We know that. We've seen him make plays tonight. He needs a little help on the outside.
West Seneca East with some injuries they're dealing with, including a player who Coach Jim Marino told me was due for a big game in Eric Johnson. The freshman running back got hurt in the first quarter, and he hasn't come back since. And now East dealing with some wind issues to left tackle and defensive tackle Anthony DiMartino. The Denny's kickoff for West Seneca West, fielded at the 25 by Montero, gets across the 35 to the 40. He is taken down. John Urbanski, the special teams tackle for West. Now East, their first drive of the second half. They had a long halftime break to talk about their adjustments. Leah Jurek got the quote from Jim Marino before halftime that they needed to clean up the penalties and take advantage of the turnovers, which they didn't in the first half. Now for DJ Banker and Josh Urban, tall task ahead of them, down 7-0. Handoff Urban up the right side, tackled down low, a minimal gain, if any. Nice defense from West Seneca West up front.
And especially with Eric Johnson out, that does hurt the big play ability in the pass game. Which one of these receivers can step up? Can it be a Frank Pacitti? Can it be a Ethan Wolowski and Isaac Izare? Which one of these three who are on the field right now in a 4-receiver set, can any of these three kind of – and now we see a Chase Hall on the field. I mean, this is what we're talking about right now. They're trying to find somebody to spark this offense on the outside. The running game's a grind right now.
2nd and 8 at the 42. Urban in motion. Banker pitches instead. Near side. Molnar gets hit at the 45. A flag flies at the line of scrimmage. And the West Seneca East sideline wants a flag, and they do get one at the end of the run as Molnar was hit late. It's funny, the change of emotion from the east sideline over the course of the play. The first flag came and all the heads went skyward saying, not again, another hold. And then just moments later, hey, wait a second, their guy did something bad too. Corey Brockman relays the signals. Well, first he's got to communicate with Jim Marino. The first call, a hold against West Seneca East. And we haven't heard anything about the second. So he's got to check with Mike Vastola on the other side. That penalty accepted. That yardage marked off. It'll push West Seneca East back to their own 32. And now the personal foul penalty after the play against West Seneca West marched off to the 47-yard line. Overall, it's just about a 5-yard play for West Seneca East on the ground.
You said it early, Jack, herky-jerky style, and it just remains.
I've never been a fan of jerky myself.
Car rides.
Yeah, no, you're big on it. I learned that when we went down to Randolph with the window open.
Got to give people a warning.
2nd down and 3. Banker, shot, near side, caught at the 25. But he was out of bounds. Oh, it was a huge gain for Irizarry. But he fell out of bounds, incomplete.
So he must have gone out before. He can't be the first one to touch it, coming back in. Nice job by Banker to fake it. Goes to his left, delivers a nice strike. He comes back for the ball. That looked like
Irizarry might have dropped it.
Okay, fair enough.
Because he was close to the sideline, but on the replay, he's certainly in bounds.
There it was, tapped the ground, so there we have the drop. It did not look, we were covered up. He tried to trap it.
3rd down, 3 to go for East at their own 47, and a flag before the snap. Gerard Freeman was bouncing up and down, going crazy. He saw the false start, as did the line judge. Another self-inflicted wound for East. For West Seneca East, given last week's loss, which came down to penalty yardage against them, and now all these penalties in Week 8, they've got to figure this out and in a hurry, or their season could be over in the first round next week.
Penalties and drops are negative plays. Championship teams, that's just a hard way to win if those aren't rolling in your favor.
Just one senior on the offensive line. Banker, 3rd down and 8, scrambles, takes off, left side. The baseball product has the first down with his legs. DJ Banker, committed to Canisius to play D1 ball. Looked like he was scurrying in a pickle to second base, and he got there, safe.
And you're right, Jack. He does have that baseball, kind of savvy as a base runner and feel when they're sliding and natural with the ball in his hands in space, his instincts. I just like his grit and his toughness right now, the way Banker plays the game. I like the way, like I said, he has that quick short stroke throwing the ball, switches hands to his left, which is a natural style of running. He's very aware as a runner. You could tell you don't feel like he's going to get popped.
A big first down for West Seneca East to keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 at the 47 of West. Banker giving chase, steps to his left, throws over the middle, through the hands of Molnar and incomplete. Would have been a gain of at least 8 for Molnar through the air. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Nice job again by Banker to kind of scramble, uncover himself, torques his body, rolling to his left, delivers a nice strike. Would have been a tough catch for Molnar. It was a little high, which is hard on the move. Not easy, but would have been a really nice catch by Molnar. They just need something like that to get something to spark this offense, something to go their way right now.
2nd down and 10 at the 47. Banker drops back to pass. Gets away from Micah Anderson, rolls to his left, takes off. He gets spun out of bounds by John Urbanski.
Nice job by Urbanski to not slow down the whole way. He had his track, he had his line. He was spying him almost once Denker started running. He committed to him, pushed him, used the sideline, pushed him right out of bounds. Good job by discipline on the defense for Urbanski to recognize it and go. Banker's tough. Right on the sideline. He tried to whip him down pretty good, but Banker didn't go down, gave him a little look back. Rivalry is real.
3rd down, 8 to go at the 45 for Banker, trying to use the hard count. A reset for Pat Allen. Nearly bit. Banker drops back, feels the pressure, steps up and evades the pressure. Now takes off 40 to the 35, stays in bounds and has the first down. DJ Banker willing the Trojans down the field. 1st down, West Seneca East.
And they're trying to get the ball down the field. We had that drop earlier that would have been a nice play. Here they tried to stretch it. Nothing's there. Pass rush gets to him. Banker does a nice job. He's not going to force anything. He gets another extra 6 yards on that run, though, when he stutter steps, tucks the ball, and runs through tackles. That's that style I was talking about that he has.
1st and 10 at the 33. Up the left side, the run gets maybe 3 yards for the Trojans. Urban again, becoming a bell cow back for West Seneca East, given the injuries to their 2 running backs ahead of Urban in Sadowski and Johnson. Josh Urban has gotten just about as many carries tonight as he's had all season. Came into tonight with 18.
And that's what happens when guys go down, other guys step up. We all talked about it. Who is going to be that guy? Right now, Urban has shown he can handle the carries. Who can help out Benker in the passing game?
Scoring update from Bennett and Orchard Park. The Tigers with a 12-7 lead in the 3rd quarter. Orchard Park has cut into the deficit in AA. Run on 2nd down and 7. Right side, Molnar gets a few more. Working right to left is this West Seneca East offense in their home green uniforms. And a timeout on the field for an injured Warhawk. Joe Zapia lies down for West Seneca West at the defensive line spot. Gives both coaches a chance to talk to their teams before 3rd down and 3 at the West 30. 7-0 West the lead with under 5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Jack Kreuzer and Jim Monis with you. Leah Jurek here as well. Jim, in this 3rd quarter, we saw West march down, score on their first drive. East looking to do the same, and they've looked pretty good thanks to DJ.
It certainly is both teams' best drives of the game, just being with different play styles, running, passing. We've seen them come out of the long half ready to play football. That's good. Both teams look right.
Scoring update from down in Class D. Go on to Pine Valley, fighting for the 3 seed in D against Randolph, and they lead 22-15 at the end of 3 quarters. McKinley and Grand Island tied at 14 in the 3rd quarter in Class A. That game could determine West Seneca West's fate. Seemed as though East was going to be at Will East, that is, was going to be at West Seneca West in the 1st round next week. But if Grand Island can pull off the upset over McKinley, then things get a little bit hairy in the A2 division. We'll keep you updated on that for the West Seneca West fans. If you're watching on BTPM's YouTube channel, let us know where you're tuning in from. Would love to know. But for now, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is BTPM's Friday Night Lights.
This is Isaiah Gerstling from Newfane. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on BTPM, NPR, WBFO and WBFO HD1, Buffalo, WUVJ, Jamestown, WOLN, Olean. This is a service of Buffalo Toronto Public Media.
Welcome back to West Seneca East. 3rd down, 3 to go at the 26-yard line for East, moving right to left. Banker in the gun. And the hard count and a flag and a false start on East. And Jim Marino is irate with his offense. He just spun around and may have threw a pen or two down the sideline. Coach Marino's got to walk it off because his team just took another unforced penalty. 3rd down and 8 for East. Down 7-0, looking to respond from West, scoring the first touchdown of the game a drive ago. Banker takes the shotgun snap, has time in the pocket, now has to scramble to his right, looking downfield, throws on the run, and it's intercepted! Picked off by West! Tackle at the 30-yard line and a flag after the play. Alex Quarantello, his 9th pick of the season. Quarantello leading Section 6 in picks this year, has another.
Great job by Banker trying to make a play, runs, scrambles to his right. And this is what hard when you have receivers flowing with you to your right. Sometimes it looks wide open and you think you're delivering a perfect strike. I think he thought he saw Molnar wide open. Quintero was tracking it the whole way, broke on it. You see the speed. The natural ball skills are what jumps up. He just picks it He's a football player. You see it on both sides of the ball, and that was the turnover that we talked about. Banker wasn't putting them in any type of bad plays. That was his first one that he did force a little bit, but he didn't see him coming. He thought was going to have a big play.
Just the 4th interception on the season for DJ Banker, and he takes a long walk down the sideline to speak with Coach Jim Marino away from the rest of the team. The 3-year varsity quarterback Banker with the turnover, and West Seneca West takes advantage after the personal foul call against Banker at the end of the play for his hard hit on Quarantello. Sets up 1st and 10 at the 45. Swing pass left side, broken up by West Seneca East. Frank Pacitti on the defensive end spot got in to broke it up.
Yeah, we saw him at receiver as well. Nice to see him make a play. They're going to need him to make a play at receiver too, probably. But it's interesting for West right now to come out like a play like that. You want to get the clock moving here. You want to put together a drive. That's kind of a buzzkill for your first play on this drive.
2nd down and 10. At the 46 for West Seneca West, working left to right. Anderson, pitch, Quarantello, hit up high, bounces off of it, has the first down. Near sideline, Quarantello stays in bounds across the 35 and gets hit out by Cross. It's a big gain for West on the ground, and Quarantello signals for the first down.
Head coach Mike Vastola can smile at this play all night long because it's a freshman to a sophomore, and it's 2 playmakers right now. That's the future of your program. That was athleticism. Nice play by Anderson on to be able to flick it out like that, and then for Quarantello to take that hit to the head like he did and keep moving just shows you his natural ball skills and athleticism.
Quarantello's going to be one of the top receivers in Western New York in short order.
Receivers, safety, both.
Yeah. 1st and 10 at the 34. A shot near side. Mobley tipped and incomplete. Oh, he tipped it, and he thought he had it on the deflection. Mobley just fell short of it. Another look on BTPM's YouTube.
This is one where Mobley's going to want to have NFL-style replay footage because this would have been a great effort and catch. Tip ball, he tracked it, still can't tell from our replay. Great effort by Mobley. Looked like it was on the ground, trapped it.
2nd down and 10. That was the shot and the dagger. Keyshawn Williams in coverage.
And we were waiting for Mobley. We knew he has that. We know he has that ability. I like that they took their shot. Almost got rewarded. Nice throw.
2nd and 10 at the 34. Anderson feeling so much more comfortable in this second half. Tucks it and runs up the middle at the 30. Spins, stays on his feet, now goes down across the 30 to the 27. Gain of 6 on the ground for Mason Anderson. That rhythm totally restored.
Looks like a new player this half. Just needed a little confidence, something to get you going. Wouldn't mind seeing a little Freeman action right now. I think you have things that are in your favor right now. Freeman had such a good first half. I like his steady runs. Let's keep it calm. Let's keep the ball. Let's eat some clock. Let's get it in the end zone, get a 2-score lead.
2-score lead would basically seal this game, no?
Seems. Now, Jack, I don't know how much football you've watched, but nothing's ever safe in any sport. Nothing's ever safe.
3rd and 3. Anderson takes off, has the first down. He wanted to throw that ball downfield. He was looking to pitch it back. There's a reason he wears number 17, I guess.
That's that when you see a basketball player, don't shoot it, don't shoot it, don't shoot it, please. And actually, he shouldn't. He did not. He was going to throw it backwards. It would have been a crazy play. He was looking for maybe pitch it to Mobley. Yeah.
He had him for a split second.
Look, when you're with your when you're comfortable with your playmaker, sometimes you're always thinking if you see him, hey, you take it.
Anderson tries the hard count with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And a stoppage, but no flag has been thrown. Now the officials get together. The flag came out, but it's in the hands of the line judge who came in from the far side. That's Mike Chattel, the back judge, rather. They'll all confer with Corey Brockman. They'll pick up the flag. Nothing new in there. Final week of the regular season. Thanks for joining us for Week 8, this rivalry game on BTPM's Friday Night Lights. We will be with you for the next 3 weeks, taking this all the way to Highmark Stadium in the sectional championship game on November 14th. 8 p.m. kickoff for that 7:30 pregame on BTPM PBS. 1st and 10 for West Seneca West. At the East 18, Anderson stands in the gun, bounces to his right, throws it to the left side, and no one is near that football. And there is the flag from Corey Brockman. That's intentional grounding from Anderson. We saw it against East earlier on, and they were sure to argue for that call here.
Yeah, an easy call there. And that's what we were talking about. This felt like a Freeman time. Let's just get back, first down. Let's get Freeman back involved a little bit. They were trying to go downfield. There was some man-to-man by East. I like that they were thinking maybe they could take a shot, but it wasn't there. You got to throw that thing away. He thought he was throwing it away, but when there's no receivers there, and we always have the freshman young excuse. I mean, I don't want to say it's an excuse, but when you haven't played a lot of football, it's not there. He maybe thought he had a check down over there, but nobody was over there.
A lot tougher. What this drive had been doing was bowling over this West Seneca East defense every other play, and now a stutter and a back step of 10 yards. 2nd down goes from 2nd and 10 to just about 2nd and 22. 2nd and 25 at the 32. Anderson takes off and runs right side, has the 20-yard line, steps out. He gets most of that penalty yardage back to bring up 3rd down, but behind the play, a hold on West Seneca West. Flag comes out. This will back him up even further.
Yeah, and just both teams right now are in the slop fest, as we like to call it sometimes. But Kewan Williams, the corner, comes up, makes a nice hit out of bounds. I like that. But this game became a little sloppy here this half.
2nd down from the West Seneca East 47. Where's that marching band at? I'd love to see them again.
They're still taking down everything. It was the most extravagant Super Bowl rivalry halftime.
2nd and 35 from the 42 for West. Anderson, draw play. Keeps it himself, goes nowhere, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. West Seneca East and their defensive line allows nothing there. Nice tackle from Brady Murray, the junior defensive lineman.
Not a lot of play calls on the call sheet for 3rd and 35 as a coach. So this is one where you can pretty much close your eyes, pick a play, and have fun. Keep it moving. Just be smart. No turnovers here. It's time to be smart. Play clock.
3rd and 35 at the 41. Snap for Anderson. Rolls to his left. Aaron Rodgers heave down the middle of the field. It is incomplete, but a flag comes out at the end of the play. Quarantello was down there. 4 Trojans were in the vicinity at the other end.
That's why we say it every week. Sometimes, instead of punting, throwing a jump ball type pass can turn into a penalty or a big play.
Now at the high school level, it doesn't. The pass interference against the defense isn't from the spot. It's from the original line of scrimmage. It'll give them 10 yards, but another chance for 3rd down.
But give them credit for going for the heave. He threw it 40, 45 yards in the air. Nice throw by Anderson. I was thinking they were just going to try to get some yards and get rid of the ball. They took their shot. They took their Hail Mary jump ball. 45-yard chuck.
7-0 West Seneca West leads West Seneca East. Both teams 6-1 this season. Non-league affair in the rivalry of West Seneca. East hasn't beaten West since 2018. 3rd down and 20, much more palatable. Anderson takes a shot right side. No one's home. Troy Mobley held up at the 5-yard line. He stopped running. Anderson threw it to the back of the end zone. To no avail. 4th down coming up for West Seneca West.
Not on the same page there. Anderson threw it thinking he was going to stay high. Mobley was going to keep it high on the route, stay deep. Mobley kind of broke it off post style. Would have had to be a little more zip on the throw. They just weren't on the same page on that at the end.
I don't know if they're going to try it, but I would love to see Jacob Endich come out here and attempt a 40-plus yard field goal.
Endich.
And they're going to try it. Endich, soccer player as well. 5-sport athlete at West Seneca West. Jacob Endich, our scholar athlete of the game. From 43, he has the leg. It's just wide to the left. Jacob Endich had a huge boot there, but no good.
Love it by Endich. Underrated player. We saw him come in and complete a pass as the backup quarterback as well. So Endich has some value for this team as we move forward. We know his value. He has the leg. That's why they did it. Has the leg to make that. Just a little off on the accuracy.
That's an athlete that can help you win a sectional title. You never know down the playoff stretch when a kick could be the difference in a game. I know you hate the special team side of things.
Field goals, generally, I've always said, I've heard, not me, myself, I've heard somebody say field goals usually lose games and bets. But I don't know if that's true. But I've heard people say that. Just pay attention to it.
Who are these people?
It's people I know.
1st and 10 for East at the 20-yard line. Banker keeps it himself. Or check that, Molnar, the run. He gets about 2 yards for East. 1:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 West the lead. That's a big stop for East. I know the penalty yardage worked against West there, but now this game's far from over.
That's the old saying, don't let a team around. Right now, the momentum switched back for West, but now you're letting East hang around. That was your chance. Don't capitalize. Now it's back in East's chance to get that momentum.
2nd and 9 at the 21. Banker takes the snap, rolls to his right. Flood concept, flag behind the play. Throw deep downfield is incomplete for Pacitti. Another flag. This could be another hold on the youthful offensive line of West Seneca East, and that it will be. 2 sophomores, 2 juniors on the O-line for East, including center Vinny Gambos, sophomore transfer from St. Francis.
It's a fitting name for a center, an offensive center. It's a heck of a football name. It really is. I saw that earlier tonight. I said it's a heck of a football name, especially for an offensive center.
Vinny Gambos. Well, he's been a delight surprise for West Seneca East's coaching staff coming over from St. Francis, starting at center as just a sophomore.
Vinny Gambos may have family members that told me about field goals lose games and bets. That Gambos may be a crime family. The Gambos crime family.
Whoa. The opinions of Jim Monis do not reflect that of his employer or his play-by-play announcer. Shot to the near side for Banker. Incomplete pass. Down the near sideline, it was Chase Hall who went wide. 4 Warhawks were in the vicinity, including Quarantello, who came over the top. Bobby Simmons was in coverage, the sophomore for West Seneca West. I've been told by some members of the coaching staff at West, Simmons is overall the best athlete that's on the team, best athlete that they've seen since 2018.
Yeah, I would agree. That was kind of the first glimpse I got. I was trying to see who that was. We had a little confusion on the jersey numbers there, but great job by taking a chance, Chase Hall, but I like the way Simmons looked on that play. That was nice.
3rd down and 19 for East. Shot middle of the field, and it is picked off again. Troy Mobley picks it off for West at the 38-yard line. The first pick of the year for the senior.
And you see why Mobley is the big play receiver. At corner, he high points the ball. It almost looks like he's playing receiver. He tracks it very well. Banker lets it rip. Takes a chance, a little underthrown. Banker put everything he had into it. That was a deep ball, tough throw. Nice play by Mobley to track it, high point it, finish it. I tell you, if he's hot, I'd take a shot to Mobley right now down the field. Play like that. See if it keeps rolling. I like that. Or at least on this drive, try to get him the ball once.
Scoring update from out of town in Class D. Gowanda, Pine Valley, and Randolph tied at 22. in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for West Seneca West inside East Territory at the 38. Handoff, Gerard Freeman. I beg your pardon. Bernard graduated 2 years ago, but Gerard looks similar with his jump cut there to get 4 yards.
That was a welcome run to see again. I was hoping to see that last drive. Freeman's going to get this team right.
Scoring update from the Battle of Lancaster-Depew, one of the longest-standing rivalries in Western New York. 41-0, Lancaster up on Depew in the first half. That's the most recent score that we have. That game was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Lancaster really poured it on. In a battle at All-High Stadium, Bennett leads Orchard Park 24-7 in the fourth quarter. The Tigers are on their way to the number 1 seed in Class AA. We will break down more scores from the final week of the regular season as we hit the third quarter break at West Seneca East. It's 7-0 West over East after 3 quarters of play on BTPM's Friday Night Lights.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
BTPM's Friday Night Lights in partnership with Section 6 is presented by Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated. Mr. Goodbar, your headquarters for watching away games on Elmwood Avenue. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Brighton Liquor and Wine, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda. And by SEI. More information at seic.com.
Do you love theater? Can't get enough of Broadway shows? Join Buffalo Toronto Public Media this January in New York City for Just in Time, Operation Mincemeat, Buena Vista Social Club, The Play That Goes Wrong, and The Queen of Versailles. Show tickets, hotel, travel, and select meals are included. Space is limited, so don't delay. January 19th through the 23rd. Visit btpm.org/travel.
Each month, BTPM Classical brings the music off the airwaves and onto the stage. Our live on-stage concerts feature world-class performances and intimate conversations with the artists, all for free at Buffalo Toronto Public Media. Sign up for the next concert at btpm.org/events and watch previous performances on the BTPM YouTube channel.
Friday Night Lights reaches parents, grandparents, and students. Your message can be seen and heard on radio, TV, apps, and social media. Discover what Friday Night Lights can do for your business. Call Bill Saurer at 716-845-7000.
Beautiful night in West Seneca. The Trojans the lead, or I beg your pardon, the Warhawks the lead 7-0 over the Trojans to start this fourth quarter. Jack Kreuzer, Jim Monis, Leah Jurek, the third member of our crew tonight. Glad to have you with us on BTPM's Friday Night Lights. Not quite a full moon out tonight, but you can see it certainly from our perch spot in West Seneca. So second down, 7 to go at the 35-yard line for West Seneca West. Freeman, left side, follows the blockers, takes off sideline, bowls over a defender at the 25. He's out of bounds.
Yeah, you don't need many more examples or proof of concept. It's time just to get Freeman the ball. Let him finish this ball in the end zone at some point. I like the way he's been running all night. Freeman or Micah Anderson, either way, just keep running the ball with those guys.
For as long as a halftime as it was, and as late of a start as this game had, second half has moved with quite pace. First drive for West Seneca West took a long time. They capped it off with a 2-yard touchdown from Anderson to Lazarus, his first touchdown of the season. Big pass here, 25 yards downfield to the 2-yard line. That is Alex Quarantello. First down, West.
Play action, beautiful throw from Anderson. Delivers a strike. High points it so he can keep running, get to the end zone. Love it. Nice throw by Anderson, too. Was under pressure, was able to set up and deliver the ball with enough arm strength. That was a further throw than you think. Quarantello is a playmaker.
First and goal for West, I'd agree. He's been fun to watch, especially tonight, but all season. Mason Anderson rolls to his right. Throws the fade for Mobley. It's incomplete. Broken up by Keyshawn Williams. Second and goal for West. Who do you like to see get into the end zone here?
I would say I was calling for Freeman, just carry Freeman, just keep feeding Freeman at this point. But he really, to be honest, he's not even in the game, so they must have a little different philosophy that I have right now. I thought Freeman was the hot hand. I like the way he runs, especially inside the 10-yard line. I love his 5-yard line.
He did have a big hit after his gain to set this drive up at the 25, so perhaps just taking a breather.
Yeah, which makes sense too. And we know Anderson's capable. Micah Anderson.
Micah behind Mason. Handoff. Micah, left side, goal line, dive. He's down at the 1. DJ Banker came up to stop the run.
Great job by the officials. I do agree. I thought his knee did hit before he tried to cross the ball, Anderson's knee, and good job by the officials to mark that. It's on the half-yard line. I mean, it's not going to be.
I would put the 6-foot quarterback under center and push. But what do I know?
You call it push. I'm still going to call it a sneak.
Sneak, push, shove, whatever it is.
Eagles push. This will be a sneak.
This is in shotgun. Mason Anderson for third and goal at the half-yard line, and a timeout by West Seneca West, I would agree.
Yeah.
That's their second timeout of this second half. 10:35 to go in the fourth quarter. 7-0. West Seneca West leads West Seneca East. This rivalry game doesn't feel like a rivalry game right now. It's lost a lot of the flair that we had in the first quarter.
No, points per game were a little lined, not leading us in the right direction. And for what I thought we were going to see. Thought both teams would be putting up quite more than this.
West Seneca West, 32 points per game on the season. West Seneca East, 36 points per game on the season. I guess that goes to show you the old cliche, throw away everything in a rivalry game. We've got 7-0 on a chilly night in late October in West Seneca. So next week, we don't have a game set for you for where we'll be. That'll be determined when the playoff brackets are finalized this weekend. We will keep you posted on BTPM Local Sports on Instagram, X, and Facebook to let you know where we are headed for the quarterfinal in Section 6 next Friday at 7. Third and goal for West at the 1. Mason Anderson from shotgun takes it in. Touchdown, Warhawks. West Seneca West doubles up their lead on East. Mason Anderson, his team leading 12th rushing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, they stayed in their shotgun, just direct snap to Anderson, straight ahead, just quarterback, power right ahead, cross the ball. Really wasn't that easy, though. Nice job by East to make him work for it. Strong up front. Like to see Anderson finish a little harder at the 1-yard line, a little bit, get that ball in there, not get stopped, but they know what they wanted to do. Pretty basic.
Endich for the extra point in the end zone to our left. Snap, hold, kick right through the uprights. 14-0. West Seneca West the lead over West Seneca East with 10:31 to go in the fourth quarter. Just 2 touchdowns to talk about, Jim, for West Seneca East. They started getting out of their rhythm on their last drive. How do they shake off the last couple drives and put something together to make this a close score?
East, they just They have not been able to get anything easy. And when every yard is a grind, when everything's hard, it just makes for a long night. You need some big plays to help you out, something that comes easy to spark you, and they just haven't had that happen yet tonight. Banker's tried. He's trying to make plays. He's forcing things a little bit, which you have to do as a playmaker.
Next week, while we don't know where we'll be Friday, Jim, we know where we're going to be Saturday. Radio and audio only on BTPM NPR. We will have the game of the year in the regular season, Canisius at St. Francis. Next week, Saturday night at 7:30, will be in Athol Springs for the battle between the two top-ranked private schools in Western New York. Can't wait for that game, Jim.
No, that's one of those you do wait to see the superstar running backs and other players in that game. I'm looking forward to that one as well.
The Denny's kickoff, a wonderful boot from Endich, fielded by Banker at the 5. He goes horizontally, and he gets lit up at the 12-yard line. Janasa Jane, the senior, on special teams, lowered the boom on DJ Banker.
Oh, he was chasing Banker like he stole something from him. He was not giving up on that. Look at the effort. And then he leaps to finish the play.
Oh, and Micah Anderson
and Micah
came in
Anderson
as well.
with a hammer.
Whoa. That's rivalry stuff.
I would agree.
1st and 10 at the 12 for East.
Get a run here, get the ball moving. You don't want to force things right now. Just start or an easy completion. You don't want to force things and get out of hand. Great throw. Oh,
near side. Anderson was looking for Owen Koziel, the sophomore. Or check that, West Seneca East looking on the near side for Isaac Arizari.
Arizari should have had that tough one. Really nice throw from Banker. That would have been a nice first play to get them going down the field. Beautiful timing. He threw it to a spot. Banker knows he should have had. Give him a little clap. Hey, get the next one.
Banker looking to respond after 2 interceptions this game. He had only thrown 3 all season till tonight. Alex Quarantello with a wonderful pick on their last drive. Banker rolls to his right, under pressure, has to throw it away. Near side, it's picked again. Inside the 10-yard line. Gerard Freeman the pick.
Well, it's what we just said. You don't want to get in a situation where you're just forcing throws. Come out and just have a good, solid drive. Run the ball. You're down 2 scores. Just get that first score. He was under pressure, just threw it to the sideline, which is always a recipe for disaster, giving it everything you have. The ball just died in the air. Freeman, nice job picking it. Now, you know how I feel about Freeman right now, Jack. I'd like to see him get the ball on offense. He deserves to get in the end zone. I like the way he's played tonight. I'd like to see him get in right now.
He certainly deserves it.
Once again, Banker's just trying to make plays, and that's what happens when you get down.
1st and goal for West after their 3rd interception defensively tonight. Mason Anderson fakes the give, takes off, left side, gets wrapped up and taken down for a loss of 1.
Nice job, Brady Murray, there to get Anderson down. Run the clock. This is smart. Every time I say I think Freeman should get a touchdown, he's not in the game.
I don't know why that is.
It must be fantasy football. Can't figure this out either, but I have Freeman on my Section 6 fantasy.
You got him.
I needed Freeman to get in tonight. All right, here we go.
That's a sleeper pick if I ever heard of one. 2nd down. Micah Anderson, the running back, gets the carry, left side, follows the block to the sideline. He dives for the pylon, and he's in. Micah Anderson, touchdown West. But a flag back at the 12-yard line on the near side.
There's the hold.
A holding call on West. That'll back him up. Boy, penalties have just been such a downer tonight.
Textbook counter, how you draw it up. Great patience by Anderson. let the blocker set it up, and then once they cleared the way, he showed his speed to burst to get in the end zone and finish it. Like this combo of both backs, to be honest. That could really take some pressure off Mason Anderson with Micah and Freeman. And up front.
No doubt. 5 seniors on the O-line. Patty Allen at left guard. He's been a steady force on the O-line for 4 years for West. He's the anchor. Mason Anderson, second down and goal. Back at the 21-yard line, throws across the middle of the field. It's caught by Lazarus, but he gets maybe 6 yards to set up 3rd and goal. Just as you thought West put the nail in the coffin, now you just don't want to see Mason Anderson put this thing in danger.
No, there should be a need to. You can call enough plays that can be safe. Best word. And they're smart. They're just letting that clock roll.
Section 6 fantasy. Now you got my head working.
Ooh, for next year?
Ooh.
Or for a Section 6 fantasy playoff
Section
draft?
6 fantasy.
Playoff draft.
I don't know.
You have issues, Jack. You really seem to lot.
Anderson nearly lost the football on the handoff, kept it himself, and then he runs into 3 West Seneca East Trojans, keeps his legs moving. Respect to Mason Anderson, who still stays on his feet, gets all the way to the 11-yard line for a pickup of 9. But it'll be 4th and goal. That was dangerous. Now the field goal unit will come on for West Seneca West. 4th and goal. Well, Endich nearly made a 42-yarder earlier in the 3rd quarter. He was wide to the left. This time to the end zone to our left, lined up on the far hash from 29 away. Snap, hold, and the kick is beautiful. Field goal for Jacob Endich. Great to get off the schneid. His first and only missed extra point or field goal all season in the 3rd gated. Wipe that away. It is good from 29 for Endich. 17-0 West Seneca West, the lead over West Seneca East, thanks to the senior 5-sport athlete Jacob Endich. If you missed that segment at our halftime show, head to BTPM Local Sports and hear about Jacob Endich. For West Seneca West, 17-0 the lead. Score brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue West. Pretty good end to the season after a pretty good start to the season. Started 5-0, picked up the loss in week 6 at Williamsville North, and that could be the difference, and it is the difference between them being a 1 seed and a 2 seed. West locked in as a 2 seed for the playoffs. A win tonight give them a 7-1 record, their best since 2017. 7:13 to go in the 4th quarter. Denny's kickoff. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. The West Seneca East student section is quite depleted from what it was at halftime. Denny's kickoff fielded near 5-yard line at the numbers by Banker. He just runs right into a defender at the 20-yard line. Good sportsmanship down there from Dominic Ruggiero, who gives him a pat after the run from Banker, who gets to the 21-yard line. East takes over. It's been a great season of high school football, Jim. We've seen some playoff teams pretty much every week in our Friday Night Lights schedule, including last week when Iroquois clinched the top spot in Class B2. They may be on a collision course with West Seneca East, the 2 seed in Class B1. They may meet in the 2nd round of the playoffs if both teams pick up a win in the quarterfinal. First down run near side. Urban gets a few. Who has stood out to you so far this season? We've seen so many great players, coaches. Anybody jump out right away that we've seen so far in the regular season?
Capon always comes to mind for me. Just it's his physical style that's so unique to be that big and be able to make plays with his legs, and he can make the throws that he needs to. He is a difference maker with his size.
No doubt, and he's been a difference maker tonight for Newfane in their game at Wilson. Second down pass play incomplete down the near side, looking for Urban again, West Seneca East.
I'll tell you, Urban is a really good athlete on that last run, not that play. That play, Banker was trying to get down the field to Urban, nothing there on the roll to the right. But the play before that, Urban showed really good make you miss in short area, which I love seeing guys, which tells you his ability. When they get Sadowski back, you can see where that combo would be dangerous. That's going to be a nice addition.
And Eric Johnson.
And Johnson, who we didn't get to see tonight. We were really looking forward to seeing. The other thing I would say, I don't know if we've seen it. I don't think there's been a game where we've talked about as many freshmen and sophomores. I will say that. I don't remember talking about this many.
Both sides of the ball.
Both sides of the ball. Both
yeah.
teams. Everybody. They're all over the place tonight. I've enjoyed that. Good football players.
3rd down and 7 at the 25 for East, working left to right. Under 7 minutes to go in the 4th. Banker rolls to his left. Still able to pass, and now he does air it out downfield, and another interception picked off by West. And it is another underclassman, the sophomore Bobby Simmons with the pick. His first career interception.
I mean, we talked about him earlier because his athleticism jumps out. I mean, they really have a stacked underclass team right now. Once again, Banker, we keep talking about he just took a shot. Banker's just trying to make a throw. Really nice throw, to be honest with you, with the hit he took. Love Banker's toughness, just trying to make a play. Jump ball. Simmons finishes with it. Tough.
Banker came into this game with 3 picks all season. He's thrown 4 tonight, really forcing it.
And it happens when everything kind of got out of whack in the first half, when they had no rhythm to finish off against those turnovers. And Banker never found that rhythm in the second half, and then he had to start forcing when you play from behind.
2 Warhawks with their first interceptions of the season tonight, Troy Mobley. And just there, Bobby Simmons, the sophomore sensation, with his first interception of his varsity career. Alex Quarantello had pick number 9 of the year tonight. And Gerard Freeman had his second of the season as well for this West Seneca West defense, who now flips it to offense. 1st and 10 at their own 39. Mason Anderson, handoff, Micah, right side, has the first down. He brought the sledgehammer on that play, pounding into defenders all the way to the 49. First down. Scoring update from Class D. Newfane beats Wilson 46-25. Matt Capon and the Panthers of Newfane go 8-0, undefeated in the regular season. They're the top seed in Class D. Likely to meet with Wilson again in the sectional championship, but, well, 2 games have to be played until then. Final score brought to you around Western New York by the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library, profoundly public. 1st and 10 at the 39. Anderson, handoff. Micah across the 45, down to the 44-yard line. Micah Anderson looks like a football player, and he runs like one as well.
It's the pressure that's on Mason Anderson for any freshman, but especially when you look at this offense around Mason. They are officially a loaded team. I think we knew they were good, but the more we see them in person with the ball skills of Quarantello, Mobley with his downfield ability, both running backs, offensive line. No pressure, Mason, but hey, it's on you as a freshman to keep throwing and keep playing like this, but you have a good squad around you.
Seemed like Micah may have gotten nicked on that last play. Screen pass near side. Freeman gets a couple on 2nd and short. On the far side, we just had Micah Anderson having a word with assistant coach Rudy Fish for West Seneca West. Looked like Coach Fish was putting water on Anderson's face there.
I see him now.
Coach Fish has the gold turnover chain down there as well. They've been bringing that out a lot tonight on the defensive side for West Seneca West. I love the props.
Part of football, you got to do it. You got to have fun. It's the game. You got to have fun on the sideline, celebrate those turnovers. But when you play West Seneca West, you got to be careful throwing against this secondary. It is a ball hawk secondary. I mean, these guys are they high point the ball. They don't just make the picks that are easy. They go and attack it.
3rd and 3 at the 44. Mason Anderson, pass near side, caught. Santos, sideline, down at the 35, stepped out. First down for West, moving right to left, under 4 minutes to go in the game, up 17-0. Should be interesting in Class A. Will North, of course, beat West already this season. I think West Seneca West is itching for a rematch there if they do play again. But there's other teams on the other side of the bracket, like undefeated Health Sciences, that may play West Seneca West in as early as the second round.
Now that game is must-see TV. Those are two of the most impressive teams we've seen. Both teams have running backs. Love watching that style of football.
1st and 10 at the 35 for West. Keeper for Anderson, and he made the wrong read there. Wrapped up and thrown down. Nice tackle for West Seneca East, Ty Tulte-Reese, the senior D-end.
He did. That was physical, and Anderson has to be careful. Don't get lazy because the game's over. We know you're just running the ball out, but don't finish your runs because you don't want to get whipped down like that. Now caught him off guard.
It's good coverage from East there. There was no option to be made that was the correct one.
No, he didn't see him coming. It was a good play. He caught Anderson off guard there.
Jim Marino said earlier this week, seems like both teams, when they meet every year, both coaches put on the tape from this season. They watch 4 or 5 plays and go, have they run anything new this season? Nope. Same old Jim, same old Mike. All right, let's get ready for game day. And it's really been just the 2 different styles that both coaches run, the spread from West Seneca West, the tight, I don't know what you want to call it, tight formation, wing
style, conceptually.
And I'd love to see East at full health for tonight and see what this game could have been. They're certainly not the team that they were 3 weeks ago, given the injuries they've been dealing with.
No, and I like that you're talking about running the same plays every year, but they just ran that counter again. Connor Hadich, the right tackle, pulling, clearing people out. We've seen him all night just being tough on both sides of the ball. Pat Allen, up front. It's a complete team with a freshman quarterback.
3rd and 9 at the 34 for West. Anderson, low snap, fumble. He falls on it. That's even good work from the freshman to just get on the football before, again, the senior DN, Ty Tulte-Reese, came in. He had a chance to scoop that one up. We were almost talking about 7 the other way there for Tulte-Reese. But instead, it's just a loss for West. Back up 6 yards, 4th down, 17 to go at the 42. Clock down to under 90 seconds to play in this game. Again, next week we'll be live from somewhere in Section 6. We'll find out. Tune in on the Instagram, X, and Facebook pages of BTPM Local Sports to find out where we're headed next Friday. Next Saturday we'll be in Athol Springs for St. Francis against Canisius in the Monsignor Martin for our Friday Night Lights Saturday special. Audio only on that one. We will not be on BTPM Create then. For West Seneca East, it was a really positive season for them and still is, despite a presumed 2 losses to end the regular season at Will South last week and versus West Seneca West tonight. Starpoint, Cheektowaga, Newport, Lakeshore, Pioneer, and South Park. The string of 6 wins in a row to start the season. You just have to wonder if West Seneca East, with the injuries and back-to-back losses, they can't lose that positive momentum they had 6 weeks into the year, mentally at practice, physically. It's got to be hard to get back into that nobody can beat us mindset when you've lost 2 in a row.
Banker that's where your senior quarterback, your leader, that's where Banker, the other leaders on this team have to pull together and finish this season off the way they want to and hope to. But when I hear a Division I baseball athlete, he's a winner. He's not going out easy.
They were even saying that earlier this week in our interviews that, it's a rivalry game, it's great, but we've got championship aspirations, and
no doubt
this game doesn't really matter. And they're right. Only for pride. 4th down at 17. Anderson wants to chuck it, and he does. Left side, looking for Gerard Freeman. Incomplete. Joey Molnar knocks it away, and that'll be a turnover on downs against West Seneca West. The Trojans take the ball with a minute to go in the game. Jim, we've said it. about a few, very select few teams this year that they're so loaded with players at every position, to talk about. West Seneca West is one of them. They've got talent all over the field.
I was thinking that, Jack, as we were going through this game, they have a group similar to some of the teams we saw that have 3-4 guys that you don't know who's going to beat you. The difference for them is the quarterback's young.
Yeah,
some of the other teams we saw.
It's so exciting for West with Quarantello, a sophomore. Gabe Santos has made nice plays. He's a sophomore. Anderson's just a junior at running back. Banker handoff right side. Urban gets to the 46. Just a couple plays remain in this game. West Seneca West broke the scoreless tie just a few minutes into the third quarter. They got the ball out of an extended halftime, marched down the field. 7:32 to go in the third. They scored a 2-yard passing touchdown from Anderson to Lazarus. And then in the fourth, they capitalized on a 1-yard rushing touchdown from Mason Anderson. The freshman responds after 2 interceptions thrown in the first half. And West Seneca West comes away with another rivalry win. 17-0. The Warhawks defeat the Trojans in the final week of the 2025 regular season. 17-0 West, the win over East. And they made it look easy in the second half. We'll be back with the post-game show presented by Villa Maria College in just a moment, where we will wrap things up for the 2025 regular season, preview some playoff matchups that could be coming your way, and of course, our Leah Jurek will be down on the field with our player of the game and Mike Bastola. We'll be back after this on BTPM's Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
BTPM's Friday Night Lights, in partnership with Section 6, is presented by Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated. Mr. Goodbar, your headquarters for watching away games on Elmwood Avenue. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Brighton Liquor and Wine, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda. And by SEI. More information at SEIC.com.
These days, it seems like there are people who think the voting process is absolutely lawless. Like you just show up and toss your pin on any old ballot. But I'm here to set that straight, because I'm Corey, and this is Compact Civics. First, you have to register. It's a pretty rigid process, but it's not hard to do. In New York State, you can do it at any DMV, by mail, or online. To be eligible to vote in all U.S. elections, you must be a U.S. citizen, meet your state's residency requirements, and be at least 18 years old by Election Day. For the record, non-citizens and permanent legal residents cannot vote. To ensure you can vote, confirm your eligibility, register by your state's deadline, and understand any rule that may affect your voting rights. Voting is the easiest way to participate in democracy and influence governance. But remember, it comes with strict legal guidelines.
Support for Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from SEI. SEI proudly supports the WNED Foundation, connecting communities through the Friday Night Lights tradition. More information at SEIC.com.
Welcome back to West Seneca East for the Villa Maria College post-game show. Let's not waste any time. Let's go down to the field with Leah Jurek, with the winning head coach Mike Vastola, and our player of the game from West Seneca West, Alex Quarantello.
All right, well, you did it. Another win against your rivals. What does this win mean for you and your team?
You know, I just like how we handled adversity. We didn't play the way we wanted in the first half. I'm glad we came out and played better the second half, and that's just a good step in the right direction for us.
And you mentioned shooting yourself in the foot earlier with penalties and interceptions, but you certainly changed the narrative. How can you explain how that happened. What was the difference maker there?
Well, guys like this guy over here who's just picked up his 9th interception of the year, we were able to make plays on the ball. Turnovers were obviously huge. They played hard on defense. You got to give them credit. They made life miserable for us and still, again, shooting ourselves in the foot, bad snaps, penalties, all kinds of ways to make it harder on ourselves. But, again, credit to them and credit to our defense who really earned a shutout tonight.
All right, speaking of, Alex, hi.
Hi.
All right, so like he said, you lead the section with 9 interceptions, and you had a game-changing one tonight. Can you talk me through that play?
We were just talking about it. We watched so much film. We repped everything, and once I see him run that cross, I was like, oh, I know what he's doing. And I was there. I was baiting the quarterback a little short on, and then he threw it, and I just jumped it.
Mm-hmm. Now, can you tell me more about the team dynamic? How do you guys keep your energy up, especially after momentum changes like this one you experienced?
It's more, we are a very calm team, but when we do something good, we're up there. So there's a couple guys on that defense that when they make a play, they love that. And once they do all that, everyone's up. It's a standard. Once someone's happy, we're all happy. We're all there fighting, and it's good.
I love that for you guys. That's awesome. Now, big rivalry win. How do you personally feel? How's the team gonna feel? Are we celebrating tonight?
Well, yeah, tonight, but not tomorrow. We got playoffs. It was a good win. It was bad first quarter, but we stepped up. We changed, and that's all that matters. So we got next week.
Exactly. Love that mindset. All right, thank you guys so much. Congratulations on the win, and go enjoy it.
Thanks, Leah. That was great. Alex Quarantello. On to the next one. He's ready for next week. He's ready for the playoffs. Boy, that's great to see. You can tell. Can you tell Alex Quarantello's just a sophomore?
No, and I keep saying, we have Bobby Simmons, this secondary sophomore. Quarantello's sophomore. Mobley's obviously a senior, but ball hawk secondary quarterbacks, beware throwing against them.
West Seneca West, victorious 17-0 over West Seneca East. A 7-1 season for the Warhawks. What a year to be a West alumnus. Great way to celebrate. Everyone take a knee. We'll talk about it. We'll continue talking about it after this on the Villa Maria College postgame show.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
BTPM's Friday Night Lights in partnership with Section 6 is presented by Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated. Mr. Goodbar, your headquarters for watching away games on Elmwood Avenue. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Brighton Liquor and Wine, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda. And by SEI. More information at SEIC.com.
I want to talk to you about the monstrous mythological salamander from antiquity. What does that have to do with civics? Bear with me. Hey people, Corey here with Compact Civics. In 1812, Massachusetts Governor Elbridge Gerry and his party, the Democratic Republicans, hated the other party, the Federalists. Back then, voting districts were determined by the boundaries of a county. Gerry and his buddies took advantage of a loophole that gave them the power to draw up new district lines in favor of their party. The Federalists mocked the most egregious district by illustrating it as a monstrous salamander and tossed Gerry's name on it, and thus gerrymandering was born. This practice became wildly popular throughout history. It undermines voter power and impedes democracy by cherry-picking voters for a desired outcome. Thankfully, it was challenged in 2023 in New York State, and lines had to be redrawn. Next time, we'll talk about how gerrymandering makes representation unfair and directly impacts you.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
Welcome back to West Seneca East. 17-0. West the win over East. How about the field goal? 29 yards from Jacob Endich, tacked on in the fourth quarter. A nice way, good cherry on top of this dessert for West at the end of their season. 7-1 record. Jim Monis, Jack Kreuzer. Jim, when you look at when you look at this huddle right now down for West Seneca West, They just win a big rivalry game. They're 7-1, roll into playoffs. What are they talking about in that huddle?
I think just probably moving forward, now that this let's put this behind us, we got a rivalry game. Now we know our goals are ahead of us, the goals for the season. Let's get back and refocus. You made me think of that field goal with Endich. He's a very valuable player for this team. He came in and made a nice completion as a backup quarterback. And to have a weapon in high school football, like a kicker like Endich, good player for them as a senior.
And certainly a weapon in special teams. He attempted a 49-yard kick, or 42-yarder, I beg your pardon, in that third quarter. Was just a bit left. He's got the leg. That's a valuable asset, like you said, moving towards sectional play. They're going to be eyeing down teams like Williamsville North, Health Sciences, McKinley on the other side. Shoot, even Williamsville East, who they may end up playing in the first round of the playoffs. They've got to be ready to go, as the assistant coach and first-year defensive coordinator Kyle Haddock seems to be after a big rivalry win. That's a big win for the staff, too. You can't forget, Kyle Haddock played at West with assistant coaches on West Seneca East staff in the Marino Sons. Coach Jim Marino's kids, Jacob and Jared, played with Kyle Haddock at West Seneca West in 2017. They won a state title together. That's a big win for Kyle tonight. He might be going out partying tonight.
No, he's not hiding it. I think he's ready, and he deserves it. It's the weekend, all the good stuff. Cliche it up.
Kyle Haddock and Mike Vestola quite pleased. Chuck Tilley, Jared Wild, Rudy Fish, Matt Haddock, Ron Anderson, the whole staff for West Seneca West gets another rivalry win tonight. 17-0 the final. We will step aside on the Villa Maria College post-game show when we return. A look at the scoreboard all around Western New York as we continue on our Friday Night Lights post-game show on Buffalo Toronto Public Media. Back in a jiff.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
BTPM's Friday Night Lights in partnership with Section 6 is presented by Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated. Mr. Goodbar, your headquarters for watching away games on Elmwood Avenue. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Brighton Liquor and Wine, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda. And by SEI. More information at SEIC.com.
Do you love theater? Can't get enough of Broadway shows? Join Buffalo Toronto Public Media this January in New York City for Just in Time, Operation Mincemeat, Buena Vista Social Club, The Play That Goes Wrong, and The Queen of Versailles. Show tickets, hotel, travel, and select meals are included. Space is limited, so don't delay. January 19th through the 23rd. Visit btpm.org/travel.
Each month, BTPM Classical brings the music off the airwaves and onto the stage. Our live on-stage concerts feature world-class performances and intimate conversations with the artists, all for free at Buffalo Toronto Public Media. Sign up for the next concert at btpm.org/events and watch previous performances on the BTPM YouTube channel.
Friday Night Lights reaches parents, grandparents, and students. Your message can be seen and heard on radio, TV, apps, and social media. Discover what Friday Night Lights can do for your business. Call Bill Saurer at 716-845.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
BTPM's Friday Night Lights in partnership with Section 6 is presented by Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated. Mr. Goodbar, your headquarters for watching away games on Elmwood Avenue. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Brighton Liquor and Wine, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda. And by SEI. More information at SEIC.com.
Do you love theater? Can't get enough of Broadway shows? Join Buffalo Toronto Public Media this January in New York City for Just in Time, Operation Mincemeat, Buena Vista Social Club, The Play That Goes Wrong, and The Queen of Versailles. Show tickets, hotel, travel, and select meals are included. Space is limited, so don't delay. January 19th through the 23rd. Visit btpm.org/travel.
Each month, BTPM Classical brings the music off the airwaves and onto the stage. Our live on-stage concerts feature world-class performances and intimate conversations with the artists, all for free at Buffalo Toronto Public Media. Sign up for the next concert at btpm.org/events and watch previous performances on the BTPM YouTube channel.
Friday Night Lights reaches parents, grandparents, and students. Your message can be seen and heard on radio, TV, apps, and social media. Discover what Friday Night Lights can do for your business. Call Bill Saurer at 716-845-7000.
This is Braden Klinger from Lancaster. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on BTPM, NPR, WBFO, and WBFO HD1 Buffalo. WBJ Jamestown, WOLN Olean, a service of Buffalo Toronto Public Media.
Welcome back to the Villa Maria College post-game show. Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. Well, West Seneca West is victorious tonight. 17-0. They defeat West Seneca East in the Battle of West Seneca. Jack Kreuzer and Jim Monis with you on the post-game show. Let's get to our final scores around Western New York. We've got some great games in the area to catch you up on. We'll begin down in Class D, where Newfane defeated Wilson in a battle of undefeated teams in Week 8, 46-25. Newfane on the road with a stamp of dominance. Newfane looks like they could compete for a state championship.
We know whenever you have the trigger man like they have, you have a chance.
McKay gets it done tonight. They defeat Wilson 46-25. Eden North Collins and Alden in a bit of a dogfight. The Raiders of Eden North Collins, Brady Waring, Silas, and Isaiah Nellis, 31-20. That's the start of the fourth quarter. The last update we've got from them. Up in, down south rather, Lackawanna in a big game in Class B goes on the road and defeats Olean 22-15. That sets the Class B playoff bracket and Class B overall. We'll dive into what that means for West Seneca East in just a moment. Other finals from around the area. Hamburg defeats Frontier 36-14 in their rivalry game. How about Albion over Maryville? 6-4 is what we've got on our scoreboard. I wonder what that could be. We'll dive into that.
It's like a wild ninth inning to win 6-4.
Looks like it. Iroquois defeats East Aurora Holland on rivalry night 47-6. Fredonia defeats Dunkirk 16-7. Up in Class AA, Bennett over Orchard Park 24-7. The final there, Southwestern Frewsburg, a hammer in Class C over Falconer, Cassadaga Valley, Maple Grove 49-0. They win that game. In the Monsignor Martinson finals as well, St. Francis at home tonight. They defeated McDowell from Pennsylvania, 35-14. And final from Rochester, St. Joe's went on the road to defeat UPrep, a really good Section 5 school, 42-24. And down in Jamestown, the Red and Green defeated Lockport 57-14. For Lancaster and Depew, it was Lancaster 41, Depew 0 at the last score we had in the early stages of the second half. So we could all but assume that Lancaster won again. And we've got some set playoff brackets as the playoffs begin on Thursday. Jim, what do you think is the difference at this level in Western New York high school football, regular season to playoffs?
Every football, every level, every football, it's one position, it's quarterback. It's going to set you off. It's going to give you a chance to win a title. the head coach quarterback combo is usually what will separate and win the title.
For West Seneca West, a win tonight. They're 7-1. They've got the 2 seed in Class A1. How do you rate their quarterback head coach combo?
I'm in. After what I've witnessed and what we've seen, they have the combo and the ability to create turnovers at that secondary as well. That's a great combo.
The bounce back ability of Mason Anderson tonight as well. 2 picks in the first half. No one will leave this game talking about that. After tonight, people will look at the score, see 17-0, and assume West rolled East in a low-scoring, grinded-out win. But that's not the case. It was 0-0 at halftime, with West turning the ball over twice. It was East's deficiency offensively that cost them this game.
And Mason Anderson, for a freshman, didn't get flustered. He didn't get hard on himself. He didn't get down. No negative body language. When you throw picks early like that, sometimes you can start feeling the pressure and tense up. He didn't. Came out in the second half under control, showed a maturity for a freshman. And like we keep saying, the rest of this team is kind of in place. But as a freshman quarterback, he is behind some of these big-time other older quarterbacks, obviously.
We'll step aside and return with a look at the playoff brackets in Class A and Class B. Now that we've got some final scores, we'll let you know how things shape out for both West Seneca West and West Seneca East and who they'll be playing next week right after this on the Villa Maria College postgame show on BTPM's Friday Night Lights.
Brighton Wine and Liquor, located at 930 Brighton Avenue in Tonawanda, features wines from all over the world and expert curators who can help you select the right wine or spirit for your occasion. Brighton Wine and Liquor, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda.
If you're from Western New York, you know snow. And unfortunately, you know how damaging those annoying potholes can be. But do you know what's involved in filling those potholes so your car tires stay intact? Let me put you on, because maintaining roads involves way more than the average citizen might think. Corey here with Compact Civics. Cities, counties, and states all take part in this process. How? Well, a state might be responsible for filling potholes and paving, but a city handles snow plowing and de-icing. Try and imagine a city or town without a public works department. No one to manage schools, hospitals, roads, bridges, airports, water, sewage, parks, beaches. We deserve these spaces, and our taxes pay for it all. So, next time you drive across a smooth road or see a snowplow clearing one, appreciate it. Public works are the backbone of what keeps our communities and quality of life thriving.
What if your spare change could help protect the public media you love? When you link your Visa or MasterCard at btpm.roundforgood.com, your everyday purchases are rounded up to the nearest dollar. At the end of the month, that change becomes one simple donation to Buffalo Toronto Public Media, fueling public media and strengthening our community. One cup of coffee, one grocery run, one roundup at a time. You're in control. Pause or cancel anytime. It's simple. It adds up. Small change, big impact.
Buffalo Toronto Public Media has new and innovative ways to generate revenue for your business. We have a robust menu of digital features that can help your business grow. Contact Bill Saurer at 716-845-7000.
Welcome inside the Villa Maria College broadcast booth. Final score from West Seneca East. It's West 17, East 0 in rivalry week. Well, we've got some final scores from around Western New York out of the way. Now a look at who these two teams will be playing next week in the quarterfinal. For West Seneca West, with the 17-0 win tonight, didn't really affect their spot. They are locked in at the number 2 seed in Class A1. Williamsville North won tonight. They defeated Clarence, so the Spartans are the 1 seed, West Seneca West the 2 seed, Clarence the 3, Kenmore West the 4. What does that mean for playoffs? I'll tell you. West Seneca West will host Williamsville East next week for the Class A quarterfinal. McKinley will host Clarence, Health Science will host Kenmore West, and Williamsville North will host Grand Island. That's Class A, with West Seneca West hosting Williamsville East next week. I know we haven't seen Will East, but they gave Health Sciences a really good run for their money last night, losing just 19-14, a 5-point game. What can West Seneca West take away from this game? Can they build on it to rally in the postseason?
I think you can build anytime you don't play your best game and win. That's always a positive. So you can build on that. But this is what we've been waiting for now, to see who's going to transfer from the regular season and step their game up. And we know the playoffs is where it's at. That's where you make your money. That's what the Bills, that's what the Kansas City Chiefs, that's what they wait for. They get through the regular season healthy to make your run in the playoffs. And that's what these teams are going to do.
For West Seneca East in Class B, their matchup is set as well. The loss tonight does not affect them. They remain the 2 seed in Class B1. They will host the 3 seed in Class B2, which is Depew. With Lackawanna's win at Olean tonight, the Steelers locked in at the 2 seed in Class B2. They will host Pioneer in a rematch of their Week 1 meeting. That was a 7-0 final. Lackawanna lost in Week 1. They'll meet in the quarterfinal. That should be fun. Depew will go here to West Seneca East. Olean will travel to Williamsville South, and South Park will be at Iroquois for the first round of the Class B playoffs. For all playoff standings and brackets, be sure to follow BTPM Local Sports, Instagram, X, and Facebook, and the btpm.org website for all standing updates. We'll be back next Friday and Saturday with games. Stay tuned for all the info. For our entire crew, this is Jack Kreuzer saying, I bid you adieu.